Ladies and gentlemen of the living and the dead, my name is Ariaster, and I am your friendly neighborhood Copernicus for fierce all things horror. Happy Monday! Oh my goodness, it is so hot today. Happy Monday. Ugh. Welcome in. How we all doing? Hello. Hello, CG Anime fan. Hi. Hope that your weekend wasn't bad, and I hope that everything's going well. Let me move my mic. Ugh, there we go. Oh, it was good. What did I do this weekend? I was out all weekend. I had a hair appointment on Saturday, and then I met up with my best friend for her birthday. Gave her present, and we ate food. So that was Saturday. That's why I wasn't here. And then yesterday, I had to go to the airport. So it was a very busy weekend, but I think most of the stuff, most of my things, most of my events have wrapped up now that we are halfway through summer. I'm always really busy during June and July for some reason. Like, all through June and then mid of July through like from like the beginning of June through mid July, I'm usually really busy. But then after that, things just calm down and it's much more chill now. I have a lot of cleaning to do. I made a huge ass mess for the last month and a half. But I'll get around to it probably this weekend because I was busy last weekend too. Oh no, oh no, life's tough. Wish I can clone myself. Then more stuff will get done in the day. But I hope you guys had a good weekend. I know it's, you know, the schedule's been sporadic lately and we haven't really had time to hang out and stuff. But I think, knock on wood, knock on wood, I think things have settled down now. So we're going to be back to our regular stream schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think. I don't think I have anything going on until through the end of the month. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing happening this week or next week for sure. And then I don't know what's gonna happen after that, but should be back to normal. Should be back to normal. We should have less of the weird stuff that we had going on before now. So that's nice. I think maybe I'm not. I like to believe I have a life figured out, but I really don't. I really don't. It's just things just happen. So it's alright. Be like that sometimes. You know what I mean? The heat's been annoying in my opinion. Yeah, it's pretty hot today. I think it's in the 90s today. Let me double check. Let's see. Today's the weather. Almost 90s. Not quite yet. But it will be pretty hot until like Friday. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Hang on, give me 1 second. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I'm a little laggy today, but I don't know why. Maybe it's just I'm going crazy. Who knows? But yeah, it's been pretty hot. It's gonna stay really hot. I think there's a heat wave for the rest of the week. I think. But it's summer. There's nothing you can do about it. It's gonna be hot until like, I don't know, mid-September. So 2 months of suffering. Here we come. Alright, so we are back today with Murders on the Yangtze River, and I actually don't even remember where we left off. So it's been so long since we played this game. Because I was off. Oh, we played Clear Obscure last week instead of this, and then I was off the week before. So it's been 3 weeks since we played this game, so I actually don't remember what's going on with it. I think we're trying to solve. Oh yeah, we're trying to solve our brother's murder, and it's like led us back to our hometown or something like that. I think. Yeah, and then we had this like ominous figure talk about our return or something. Yeah, okay, it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me. Welcome back. I prepared some jobs for you. Hello, Brondo. Can I take a rain check on the jobs? I'm really tired. Hope you had a good weekend, Brondo. Hope the strawberries are well. But yeah, okay, I remember now. That's right. We went to look for the book that seemed like the seal room mystery of our brother, except it seemed like the murderer copied the manuscript, and it led us back to Shen's hometown. So here we are. We're in Shen's hometown. I think this is Shanghai. I'm doing great. I'm doing so well. Alright, here's the hotel. Oh! Is that Mr. Joseph?
Daddy, Cece wants cola water.
Oh. Joseph has a daughter. Her name is Cece. She's really cute. She wants cola. Girl. I'm pretty sure, like, back in the days, cola was flavored with, like, cocaine. Are you sure you want some cola water? Don't do drugs, little girl.
Deny. You've had too much today.
Okay. Joseph says no. He's denied the request for more cola water.
Daddy won't get Cece the cola water.
And Cece's crying about it.
Oh, Cece, don't cry. When we get to Grandpa's house, he'll make tea for you.
Cece doesn't want tea. Cece wants cocaine. Sorry.
Cece doesn't want to drink tea, just wants the cola water.
It's because of the cocaine. She's addicted. Joseph, you got your daughter on drugs. I should stop. Big Pharma's got Cece.
好久不见，约瑟。
Big Pharma's got CC in their grasp! Oh, that's right. I think this whole thing is a ploy of Big Pharma. Maybe. I'm not sure. I wish been fighting inner demons since yesterday. Co-worker gave me, quote-unquote, the illness. Body was fighting for his life. I've been feeling it. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Rondo's been hit with the plague. Rondo's been hit with the plague. You know, is it just me or is it more miserable to like get the flu, you know, or other like, or the plague during summer? Like it's more miserable because it's hot. It's more miserable because it's hot. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like yeah, it sucks getting cold when, you know, getting sick in winter, but it sucks even more in summer. CC want that crystal. I know her person. Well, Joseph's family's a pharmaceutical company, so I'm sure, you know. But I think back in the days when they were putting cocaine in Coke, Cola, whatever, they didn't know it was like, you know, addictive. Hello, Joseph.
Joe, awful.
Okay, there's a little voice inside of me that tells me Joseph is the final boss. I really don't want him to be because I really like him. But we'll see.
请稍等，西西她有些情绪。
Cece feeling a bit emotional. I think she's addicted, you know, to the cola water. I'm just saying.
Sissy, this is a kaleidoscope I made myself. Do you want to take a look?
Oh damn! Alpha made a whole ass kaleidoscope. Hello, Muta. How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in. We are with Joseph and his daughter, who's addicted to cola water. Cola water. And now Afu's gonna show her a kaleidoscope to hopefully make her not want caffeinated beverages. I mean, yeah, I think so. I think I was gonna say I don't know if that's true, but I'm pretty sure I read that, you know, it was cocoa because it was, you know, flavored with cocaine. Man, this game is just full of big pharma red flags. Cece's so cute.
Wow, there are flowers scattered inside. It's amazing.
Cece, it's not too late. It's not too late to save yourself from big pharma.
If you like it, I will give it to you.
Afu's gonna get the kaleidoscope to Cece. She's so cute.
周，我听说你去了湖南，怎么突然来上海了？
Oh, I heard that you went to Hunan. Why did you suddenly come to Shanghai? Joseph, I followed the evidence and now I'm here.
哥哥的案子，
There have been some new discoveries in my brother's case. It's been over 3 years and you're still persisting. Of course! I'm the MC! I have to keep persisting, otherwise there's no game.
这次查到的线
The
索，
clues we found this time are related to Stone Wu. I want to question him again.
吴松涛，
Stone Wu, he has recently caused a lot of trouble, and the police have also been watching
租
him.
房的人也在找他。
Oh, really? Oh, really? Interesting. Mr. Lion, look, this is a gift from Mr. Scarecrow. Wait, what? Wait, why do we suddenly have, I was gonna say Wicked reference, but it's not really the Wicked reference. Shoot. What's it called? The one with Dorothy? Oh, crap. I'm drawing a blank. I should know this. But anyway, she's suddenly here with, the Scarecrow and Lion reference. Who's the lion? Wait, is Joseph the lion? Congratulations, you found a Scarecrow friend. Wait, oh, this is gonna bother me. I can't remember for the life of me the name of this book slash movie slash musical. I'm gonna Google. I can't continue the stream until I figure this out. Oh, Wizard of Oz! Wizard of Oz! Ha ha ha, I didn't need Google. Figure it out. Sudden Wizard of Oz reference. Interesting. It was ridiculous. Coworker said he only had a mild fever and dry throat. Yeah, when I get it, I'm going through one of those big fevers that knock you down, throat as dry as a desert, lots of throwing up, absolutely miserable. Maybe your coworkers has had it several times. Maybe that's why his body is used to it. His body's used to it. Maybe he needs some cola water. Just kidding. He said he'd go to the marvelous land of Oz with me. Afu did not say that. You're right there, little girl? She's definitely hallucinating. I always say, when I get sick, I fear when my throat feels like sandpaper because I know it's the plague. Luckily, I've only gotten the plague once. It was horrible and I hated it. I did not throw up, though. Dang, are you really saying it's a skill dish? Shake my hand and remember this for the rest of my life. No, I'm saying that you have better skill than he does because he's been infected 17 times. You've only been infected, I don't know, the second time. So maybe... your skill at avoiding the plague is higher than your coworkers. But I'll have it in my head is straw. I see. Alpha just accepted that he's a scarecrow.
Go to the Emerald City and ask the wizard to give you a brain.
Wow, CC is really liking the Wizard of Oz reference. I have no idea where it came from.
That's great. Then I can learn how to think.
Alpha's doing his best.
Mr. Lion, now we should head to Mr. Tin Woodman's place.
Okay, so the Tin Woodman is Grandpa?
Sure, Mr. Ginger is also waiting for you there.
There's a Mr. Ginger and Wizard of Oz? Man, it's been so long since I've seen Wizard of Oz. It's been so long. Need to take Cece to her grandfather's house first. We can talk about this later. Okay, Joseph. Yeah, we can talk about it another day. Boy, boy. Stop giving a little girl Coke! I mean cola water! You say? It seems like Mr. Joseph has no way to deal with Cece at all. Yeah, well. This is what they call each thing has its master. I see. Alright. I feel like this interaction will be important later, but not right now. And I feel like the Wizard of Oz reference means something. I'm not sure what it is. Alright, let's read the knowledge we just gained about the Wizard of Oz, because I can. Okay. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz is a children's fantasy novel by American author L. Frank Baum, published in 1900. It tells the story of a young girl named Dorothy who is swept away by a tornado to the land of Oz, where she meets the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Woodman without a heart, and the Scarecrow without a brain. Together they journey to the Emerald City to find the wizard, each hoping to fulfill their own desires. The book's imaginative world has met with was met with critical acclaim upon release, and its adaptation to a Broadway stage play in 1902 was also a resounding success. I'm just saying! I feel like the fact that she references all of them as characters from The Wizard of Oz kind of feels like foreshadowing. You know, like Joseph knows something, but he's not talking about it. That makes him the Cowardly Lion. The Tin Woodman, which is, you know, her grandfather who doesn't have a heart. Hint, hint. But then Afu is kind of brainless sometimes, so, you know, he's smart sometimes. So no, I feel like it's foreshadowing. But we'll see. Let's go to the foreign goods store. Hello, store owner. Miss Lee, looking at your skin with a slight oily sheen, you must try the rose white powder water. Oil and grease vanish, instantly shining bright, skin hydrated, blossoming with delight. Oh, it's a pharmacy of sort. Foreign pharmacy. Do I look oily? What is she wearing? She's got a lot going on, I'm just saying. There's a lot going on with her attire. She's pretty though. No, not at all. The sun is the nemesis of non-oily skin. The store owner is very quick with conversation. The sun in Shanghai is scorching. If you're not careful, you'll be tanned like charcoal. Why not try the tender essence, leaving your skin tender, fair as snow, and radiant? You say my skin is too dark. Well, damn! This girl has a combat for everything, this guy has to say. Hang on. Fair, very fair, Miss Lee. You're a natural beauty. Even the best products can only enhance it. Oh. Well, awkward, but let's keep going. I heard you have a new recipe for rose water. Can you show it to me? Unfortunately, the rose water sold out, but would you try out jasmine powder? It's loved a lot. Okay, sure. Huh? Oh, we know the store owner, apparently. What a rare guest. What do you mean rare? This is my hometown. Oh, hang on. Making sure. Sometimes I get weird messages. Okay, continue. Take care of Miss Lee for me. Oh, that's the... Alright, so that's the receptionist, Ting Shang. Miss Lee, if you have any questions, just ask me. What brought you here? It's still about my brother's case. There are some things I want to consult about. Oh, this is Stone Wu? Oh, I see. Stone left. What is it? New Boston? Boston? No, London. Stone left London and is now has a pharmacy of sorts. Your brother and I were close friends. If there's anything I can help with, just say it. Mr. Stone, do you still remember the east end of Shaobo Guangqing Street? That's my family's old ancestral temple. How did you know about it? It must be Brian. No, actually. My brother did not tell me. He never knew. He never told me about your family's ancestral whatever. The temple used to be quite magnificent, but now it's all abandoned. R.I.P. We finally found you, Sinosura. What was that? The author of the book Death Under the Kaisan, Sinosura, that's you, right? You must be kidding. I have no clue about writing a book. Oh. Namaste, Surgeon Singh. Your presence bring radiance to my humble store. Huh? I'm very confused with what's going on. Sergeant Singh, police inspection. Get out of the way. Oh. Foreign police? In Shanghai? Sergeant, this is a small business. Please don't disturb the guests.
西
I've。already prepared the items you need. They are in this study. Oh, shady business going on.
看看。
Then why are we still here? Don't know, because you look shady AF, bro.
呀
We need to attend to Sergeant Singh first, so... Don't worry, we'll be right here. We'll come back tomorrow.
你就是沈
You're
正
Shan Chuping. Wait, what about me? Why? How do you know who I am?
正是
Do you know me? Why do you know me?
汉阳那个
You did a good job on that case at Hanyang. Oh, the metal factory. Sorry, steel factory.
巡长今
The
天知道
sergeant even knows about the case at Hanyang Ironworks.
哦呦
There's still people in Shanghai who don't know the name Shan Chuping. It's gonna make investigating tiny bit more difficult, but that's okay.
报三那篇文
The
章
article in Shanghai News has become the talk of the city.
学长，你成名
Become
了。
famous. Is that a good thing or a bad thing,
好
Afu?
了，
Alright, let's get down to business.
辛苦巡查。
Sergeant Singh, please come this way. Alright. They're gonna take care of business.
既然今天无法拜访吴松涛，
Since we cannot visit Stonewood today,
去吃东西
you。wanna go eat something? Afu's always hungry. Of course he is.
我已经打探
I
好
found out the scaly oil noodles at the hotel we're staying at are really good. 2 hours later! Alright, we immediately go get food.
先生，肚子
Afu ate too much. He can't move.
不能动了。
Afu's doing great. He's living life to the fullest.
谁让你吃完面以后
Guess wait a whole
又吃
8.
下去一整
Eight!
烤鸭的？
Ate a whole ass duck after finishing the That's crazy. Afu, I think you ate too much.
都怪
I'm just saying.
鸭子闻起来太香
Not because the duck at the neighboring table smelled so good, but you didn't have to eat the whole thing!
嗯
You're so sleepy after eating so
好
much.
好好困
Alright, so someone at our door.
谁呀？
We have a visitor.
我去看看。
Are we gonna go take a look? Are we really going to? Oh, there's a message for us.
有人
Sus?
留下了一张纸条。
Someone left a note.
下午
Unavailable this afternoon. Meet at 8 p.m. in the study of my store. Come alone. Sus!
起过。
Sus! I don't mean to say this is sus, but this looks very sus.
是吴松涛约你吗？
Is Stone inviting you? Why in this way?
你先睡吧。
Get some sleep. I'll go check.
早去
Go early and come back early. I'm just saying this is sus! Shan! Shan! I don't mean to be rude, but that sounds sus AF. You're gonna get there and you're gonna find Stonewood's body. I'm just saying. Alright, what is this? Redhead policemen. Shanghai International Settlement who were often... redhead policeman refers to the Indian Sikh patrolmen in the former Shanghai International Settlement who are often seen wearing red turbans, hence the name redhead policeman. Sikhs are generally tall and have dark skin. They were introduced to the Hong Kong police force in the mid-19th century to combat crimes. After the outbreak of the Sino-French War, the relationship between the Shanghai Municipal Council, the ruling agency of the Shanghai International Settlement, and the local Chinese became more delicate. In order to appease the concerns of overseas Chinese while controlling costs, redhead policemen began to appear on the streets and alleys of Shanghai. I see. I had no idea what they were. Alright, let's go to the foreign goods store. Alright, let's look at the soda advertisement. That's an advertisement for Watson's Cola Water. Cola water, strong flavor as refreshing as nectar. More addictive than morphine. Cabinet contains various bottles, each filled with distilled water from different brands. Second cabinet. Various items loved by ladies displayed on this cabinet. They're the popular Xuanmei brand snowflake paste and fragrant floral water. Rose whitening water, beauty liquid, and flower water. Bronze statue in the reception. On the counter, there's a copper human body models, presumably used to demonstrate human anatomy. Let's see. Anything else? No? Alright. Let's see what's in the study. Stonewood, are you there? I'm not saying that someone has died, but I have a feeling someone has died. Stonewood's not responding to us. Bad feeling. Red flag. Red flag. Yeah, here for the appointment. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. I'll wait for him to study. Let's look at the left file cabinet. Cabinet also contains some carefully preserved calligraphy and paintings, as well as a safe. Side cabinet. In the cabinet, there's a hat and a stack of documents. We're not gonna take a peek. Right file cabinet. Various documents and a few photographs are displayed on the cabinet. It's a photo of my brother and Stone. Ooh. Judging from my brother's attire, it must have been taken 7 or 8 years ago. Desk. Complete set of delicate tea utensils is placed on the desk. Next to the tea utensil, there is a key. On the right side of the desk, there is a stack of documents with a sticky note on top. What is this? This document is what? What? Oh no! Not saying something bad's about to happen? The Shanghai Enigma, Chapter 6. Huh? Wait! Oh, here comes the receptionist. Why am I in the dark? What happened? Here comes the receptionist. Murder. It's murder. That's right. Like I said, I'm not saying that someone's died, but someone's definitely gonna die or is dead. So noisy outside. What's happening? Shen hasn't returned all night. I should go and take a look. Wait! Oh my god, if Shen dies, I'm gonna be very, very upset. Oh no. Oh no, I'm scared. Huh? What happened in this foreign goods store? It's none of your concern. Mind your own business? My friend had a meeting here last night with someone and he hasn't returned yet. I'm really worried about him. Can you let me go in and have a look? We're investigating a case. Go elsewhere to find your friend. Officer, my friend's name is Shen Chuping. He is a detective featured in the newspaper. I'm his assistant. If you can't come in, that's final. Even if your friend is the emperor himself, it's still not allowed. Can you tell me what kind of case happened inside? Maybe Shen and I can provide some clues. It's a murder case. The victim is a man wearing glasses. What did the victim look like? Another annoying reporter. No, that's not true. I'm worried about the victim might be my friend. I think I can see through. Wait. No interviews, get lost. Alright. Alright. A murder occurred in the foreign goods store. I need to find out all the details of the case. Disease couldn't be Shen, could it? I hope not. I'm gonna be very upset if it is. Impossible? Shen must have gone to investigate alone. Shouldn't have eaten so much last night. Yeah, Alfie, you should have gone with him. Yeah, you should have gone with him. But you know what? Hindsight's 2020. I heard there was a murder. That's so scary. If someone gets the formula, it wouldn't have a substantial impact on our business. It's Joseph's dad and the lovely reporter lady. Our Watson group set up a large reward for clues about the Shanghai Phantom. Is this true? More precisely, it's the police that have issued the reward for collecting clues about the thief. The reward is actually provided by Watson Group. We believe that this will not only help maintain public safety, but also demonstrate Watson Group's support and commitment to social order. So how effective has the reward been? Fortunately, we cannot disclose too much information at the moment. Police are fully dedicated to the investigation. I have faith in their professionalism. Once there is substantial progress, they will announce it promptly. Alright, let's go talk to Wen. Ocean. Watson Group offers a hefty reward for the arrogant Shanghai Phantom. How about this? Ocean. Afu, calm down, take your time. What happened to Mr. Shen? Shen may have been murdered. Mr. Shen was murdered? Last night, Shen went alone to Stone Foreign Goods store and he didn't come back all night. This morning, I found the store was surrounded by the police. There was a murder case inside. The victim was a man wearing glasses. Don't worry, let's head to the scene to gather information. Alright. Wen is on our side. Let's hope her feminine charm would assist us. Why are you staying there? The police officer is still there at the door. He had driven me away earlier. If I go now, he'll definitely recognize me. I gotta wait here for me. Be careful! He seems to just like journalists a lot. Wen's got this, don't worry. There's nothing she can't find out. 10 minutes later! Auntie to Osfer's officer lead code from the Central Police Department. He gave me a good news and bad news. Which one do you want her to hear first? Bad news. Let's actually hear the good news first. The victim of the shooting case at the foreign goods store is not Mr. Shen. Oh, thank God. And the bad news is, it's probably the suspect. The victim is Stone Wu, owner of the store. Obviously has no idea where Mr. Shen is. It's him. Earlier, you said Mr. Shen went to the store last night for an appointment. To meet Stone Wu? Yes, Stone Wu is a crucial witness. Not anymore. Could it be that Shen went alone to catch the murderer? Does Mr. Shen often leave without informing others and go after criminals alone? This is the first time something like this has happened since we have known each other. Officer Lee said the body was found by the assistant Ting Xiang when she arrived at 7 a.m. today. The body was found in the study room of the foreign goods store. Study room. They were supposed to meet in the study room of the foreign goods store. What exactly happened last night? Afu, I have a bad feeling about this, no kidding. You and me both. In any case, we must find Mr. Shen as soon as possible. Shanghai is so big, I don't even know where to begin with. Let's start by asking if anyone around here has seen him. Alright, we've got some... We got some questions we must answer. In front of the street is Bell Building and Lyceum Theater. Let's go there first and ask about the situation. Alright? Shen disappeared after going to Stone's store for an appointment while Stone Wu was killed. What exactly happened in the foreign goods store last night? Not sure. We'll find out. Alright, what new facts have we learned today in this game? Distilled water in the late Qing Dynasty. During the Qing Dynasty, distilled water was a luxury primarily enjoyed by the royal family due to its high production costs. For instance, when Emperor Kangxi brewed tea, he resorted to using distilled water if high quality spring water was not available. This was because the groundwater in Beijing, the capital at the time, was severely polluted. In 1903, Watson's introduced bottled distilled water. Initially, it was not available to the public but was supplied directly to official residences, high-end restaurants, and other elite establishments, becoming the preferred choice of water among the Manchu nobility, seen as befitting of their status. Let's see. Cosmetics in the late Qing Dynasty. Foreign cosmetics were initially sold and distributed by foreign trading companies in China. In the 1860s, perfume like Florida Water from the American company Lemon & Kemp became popular. In the 1880s, foreign goods shops and foreign-owned pharmacies also began selling cosmetics. Products such as tooth powder and vanishing cream gained popularity. In the early 20th century, modern cosmetics like lipstick and eyebrow pencils entered the market. Foreign companies also started incorporating the image of classical Oriental women into their advertisements to showcase the effects of their products. I see! Alright. I feel like I'm going the wrong direction. I am totally going the wrong direction. Totally going the wrong direction. It's weird playing the game without Shen. Let's take a look. Perhaps Shen has left some instructions in the room. We should go back and take a look. Let's do that. Just in case. Mysterious case in Hanyang Ironworks unveiled. Traveling detective clever strategy revealed. Yes, this is the article you wrote. The newspaper was being sold everywhere as we got to Shanghai, so I bought one as a souvenir. Readers are eagerly looking forward to seeing the two detectives solve a new case again. Alright, so we have a new clue. This is Shen's briefcase. It contains documents of Shen's brother's case, and he often takes it out to review. What is this machine? This is my new invention, the phonograph broadcasting machine. My suitcase was full, so I stuffed it into Shen's. What is a phonograph broadcasting machine? It consists of two machines, a broadcasting machine and a phonograph. That tells me nothing. The sound received, even from far away, can be recorded and broadcasted through a phonograph. I see. Like a figure with super hearing in mythology. Exactly. If I further improve it, we can do long-distance sound transmission. Long-distance sound transmission only allows for one to speak or listen. Two-way would be ideal. Alright, go invent the telephone, Afu! Two machines not convenient to carry. It's true. Don't worry, you'll have cell phones in 2026. And a button first. When we hear a sound, we press it and the other person will know. Afu's doing his best. How are we supposed to get our inner Shen hints that Afu lock in and carry us? For real. I'm like, what am I gonna do without my schizophrenia moments? I need to speak to the dark side of me. I need my Fight Club moments. There's a book that Shen reads every day. The English Law Review. The Great King Code. Handbook for Judicial Examiners. Now, all books related to law fitting for Mr. Shen. Alright, that's all we're getting out of the hotel room. Shen did not leave us any messages. Sad. Well, at least Afu has Wen to help him out. I think the two of them combined will be half as useful as Shen. What are we queuing for? Why are you queuing here? Whatever, just queue. Okay. Alright, this is the Bell Building. Lost cat notice. There's a lost cat notice posted on the wall. Have you seen this cat? It is written in both Chinese and English asking if you have seen this cat. Wow. Wow, y'all. Look at this masterpiece right here. If you have any information, please contact me through the address provided below. We still don't have any news about Shen. Should I also consider posting a lost notice? Mr. Scarecrow, have you seen Mr. Ginger? Cece. No, I haven't seen Mr. Ginger. What's wrong, Cece? Why is she crying? Mr. Scarecrow also hasn't seen Mr. Ginger. Cece will never see Mr. Ginger again. Oh, Mr. Ginger's her cat! Oh, the cat is Mr. Ginger. I see. The masterpiece was probably drawn by Cece. I'm with Alpha to find Mr. Shen. I can help ask about Mr. Ginger's whereabouts for you. Thank you. When did Mr. Ginger go missing? It was last night. Last night again? Is this just a coincidence? I think not. Can you describe Mr. Ginger's appearance? Mr. Ginger was wearing an orange shirt and had white gloves on. His eyes were big, his ears were pointed, and his tail was long. Yes, Mr. Ginger has pointed ears and a long tail. When? I think Mr. Ginger's a cat! Cece, is the Mr. Ginger you mentioned the cat in the wall poster? Yes, Mr. Ginger is my favorite cat. Oh, she's so cute. I see. I will keep an eye out for him. I'm going to tell Mr. Tin Woodman about this good news. Remember, the Woodman doesn't have a heart. Let's go, Afu. Let's find the two misters. Funny how she doesn't have a nickname for Shen. I guess she doesn't know who Shen is. Mr. Ginger went missing last night, same as Stonewoo's murder and Mr. Shen's disappearance. Do you think this could be a coincidence? Nothing is ever a coincidence. We can inquire about Mr. Ginger along the way. Alright. Theater is hiring. Should I give it a try? She's the store assistant at the foreign goods store, and her name is Ting Shang. Well, let's just ask and see. Perhaps she knows some information. Miss Ting. Is it uncomfortable for everyone with me standing here? I'll leave right away. No! We need you! I'm a Shanghai News journalist. We're investigating the incident this morning. Miss Ting, I wonder if you would be willing to help. Well, I may not be able to help anyone. Tell me about yourself. Would you like to introduce yourself first? I am not worth mentioning at all. I only bring misfortune to others. My parents smoked opium. I saved money to buy a cessation drug, but after they took it, they all... 1 month ago, I was working at the Taiping Hotel. A customer was allergic to peanuts. Oh. My boss heard that the customer was from the Green Gang. He packed up and ran away overnight. A week ago, I started working at a bakery run by the British. A car crashed into the wall! I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing at her. Misfortune. The collapsing wall hit him right on the back of his head. A few days ago, I finally got a job at the foreign goods store, but then the boss. I feel like I'm constantly surrounded by misfortune. Things are not your fault. Don't worry, we just want to ask your help. Alright. Let's ask her about Miss Shen. She happened to see the man who visited the foreign goods store with me last night. No, after you left, I didn't see him again. Stone arranged to meet him at 8 p.m. in the study room of the store. After Sergeant Singh came yesterday, my boss decided to close early, so I went home after work. As the boss spoke, he also glanced at me a little more. He must be disliking me. I should have walked away on my own earlier. So you didn't see Mr. Shen? No, I didn't. Alright, let's ask her about Stonewoo. Were you the first to discover the body? Yes. Are you willing to talk about the process of discovering the body? My boss's glance haunted me endlessly. I decided to arrive early today and behave well. When I arrived, I found the front door unlocked, so I went in to see if we had been robbed. After entering, I felt something was wrong. The study door should have been closed. I went to check the study room, but I saw the boss lying in a pool of blood. There was a hole in his body. It was so terrifying. Alright, death by gunshot wound. Is there any other information? Officer Lee said the boss may have provoked the Green Gang. I'm thinking, could it be those deceased bosses coming to claim my life? The Green Gang was actually looking for me. Hey, don't think too much about it. That's all we wanted. Oh, that's all we can get from you. Thank you. Did what I say really help you? We'll find out. Yeah, this information is super important. Alright, theater. The theater is empty, there's no one here. Oh, this is the theater, the magic show of the girl from the ship. Alright, let's take a look. Ticket office. It's still early in the morning, the ticket seller hasn't started working yet. Magic Trope poster. The Yuki Magic Trope's Wonderful Hand series Magic is currently in hot performance. Showtime is from 7:30 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. Magician Julia is about to subvert your imagination. Alright, we got a new clue. Shen mentioned 2 days ago about watching the magic together. Huh? Hello, Julia! Julia, long time no see. How have you been? It's been long since you last came to watch performance. Was on a business trip to Hanyang and just came back to follow the death case. Once things settle down, I'll come find you for tea. Afu, don't you recognize Mission Julia? Yeah, it's Inchu! 2 years have passed in the blink of an eye. Are you here because of Mr. Shen? Have you seen Shen? You don't know? He was arrested here last night. Wait, what? During the intermission of the performance last night, about 8:30, I saw him in the lobby. There were many police officers in the lobby and a detective. They surrounded Mr. Shen. Mr. Shen was holding a gun in his hand and the policemen dared not approach him. How could Shen have a gun? If even you didn't know, how could Julia know? Later, the Indian surgeon ordered Mr. Shen to put down his weapon. After Mr. Shen dropped the gun, the police tied him up and took him away. Did Mr. Shen say anything at the time? Mr. Shen remained silent throughout, and his face looked very pale. I tried to inquire about why Mr. Shen was arrested, but the police remained tight-lipped. Seems like we need to go to the police station to find out more about the situation. Was this warning line set up by the police? They said it's evidence and must be preserved as it is. You see. I have an inkling I know what's going on. But we need more evidence before I can justify my jelly. Shen went to meet Stone at the store. Why did he appear in the theater and get arrested? Let's go to the police station and ask about the situation. How did Shen get a gun? Shen doesn't have a gun and never used one, so why was he found holding a gun? Could it be that Shen encountered some danger? I need to figure out what's going on with the gun. Alright, time for us to leave the theater. Thank you, Inchu! Oh. Who's you? Topi Chang, why did you take our picture? Isn't this reporter Wang? Sorry, I was focused on taking pictures of the theater gate. I didn't notice you coming out. Why were you taking pictures of the theater gate? To supplement some image material for the big news last night. Yesterday's big news? Were you at the scene when Mr. Shen was arrested? Yes, not only was I at the scene, but I also captured a very important moment. Can I see that photo? This is big news and I'm planning to do follow-up reports. I won't disclose any details. Koshin, I feel like I've seen Toby Chen somewhere before. He's a senior reporter in our press, always thinking I'm competing with him for headlines. Maybe you've read his article before. Alright, we're getting on the tram! Should we take the tram? I heard this is the first tram with tracks in Jiangnan. You can also enjoy the scenery of the Huangpu River along the way. Focus, Afu, focus! Taking the tram is faster than walking and it can save us some time. Wanna try it? Okay, thanks, Wen! Let's take the tram to the police station. Time to go steal a popo. The Light 2D for this game is insane. Alright, so there's the police station. David Shen was caught late at night. Hey there, buddy. Take a look at the newspaper just arrived. Hot news. Watson Cola water formula stolen. National Opium Commission date confirmed. And more arrested Detective Shen Chuping's true identity exposed. He was actually... Oh, they're saying he's the Shanghai Phantom. I knew it. Buy a newspaper and find out. Alright, news of Shen's arrest. Its content is total nonsense! This incident was reported so quickly. This article states that Shen was arrested because he was an accomplice to a thief. It also claims that he was involved in the theft of the 4 major families' vaults a week ago. Full of lies. Shen, I just arrived in Shanghai yesterday. This doesn't concern me. I'm just selling newspapers. If you think they got it wrong, go find them. Deliberately stirring up controversy and exaggerating things to grab attention. As I expected, the article was written by Toby Chang. Alright, hang on. Let's see what's over here. Central Station stop. Not yet. Mixed court. This building looks grand. What is it used for? This is the mixed core, mainly handling cases involving different nationalities. It includes cases involving sailors, business disputes, vessel detentions, and more. You see, the mixed core can provide judgments for people of different nationalities. It's also an important place for me to gather news. I just wanted to see where this will allow us to go. I know we're supposed to go to the police station. Okay, I see. So the tram just saves us this tiny little distance. It's cute though. Alright, here we go. Police station. Letters on the table. There's a box full of letters on the table. It's also surrounded by various reports and letters. Bag full of letters. There are 2 sacks in the corner of the police station filled with discarded tip-off letters. Both of these 2 letters were mentioned last night. I dreamt the Shanghai Phantom would steal from the Shangyu antique store on the evening of September 14. I overheard whispers there'd be a theft by the Shanghai Phantom at 8 p.m. September 14 at Yu Garden. Alright, we've got some discarded tip-off letters as clues. I'm not sure if it's related to Shen, but let's take note of it for now. Alright, let's talk to the officer. Hello! We need to speak to Mr. Shen, please. What is your relationship with him? Mr. Shen is a detective and I'm his assistant. Currently, Mr. Shen is being investigated at the police station. Is he okay? I want to see him. I know how you feel, but he is involved in a major case and can't be visited. Please go back. Officer Wu, is Aunt Lee doing well recently? Damn, Wen knows everybody! It's important for a journalist to have connections. Long time no see. Thanks to those medicine journals you brought, my mom's condition has improved a lot. It was just a small favor. Are you here for Mr. Shen's case as well? Mr. Shen suddenly went missing and we are all very worried about him. What happened, really? We just had a brief meeting. The chief requested strict confidentiality of this case. I just want to know some basic info! Come on! Come on, Wu! Hook a girl up! Shen's current condition. How is Shen doing now? He's physically fine, but his mood is a bit low. Did he say anything? He hasn't said anything. That's also the biggest issue at the moment. When we ask him about the crime, he simply said he doesn't remember anything. Sergeant Singh believes he's intentionally not cooperating. Fortunately, Mr. Joseph intervened. Could there be any hidden circumstances in this? We have gathered sufficient evidence, so there's probably no hidden circumstances. Since strict confidentiality was emphasized, means that what Mr. Shen has done is very serious. Am I right? Content of the briefing meeting is absolutely confidential. All I can say is that it's unfavorable for Mr. Shen. Many pieces of evidence point towards him. Alright. Tell me about the charges! The initial charge was illegal possession of weapons upon entering the international settlement. Initial? So what were the new charges? Seems that the subsequent crime involved are more serious than illegal possession of weapons. Miss Wen, you guessed it right. We did discover during the investigation that Mr. Shen is involved in other major cases. What exactly are those major cases? A recent major case in the international settlement. Could it be Shanghai Phantom has caused panic lately? She may have stolen the Formula Watson cola water. The police even issued a reward notice for this. Is Mr. Shen involved in this? After the reward was issued, we received various kinds of tip-off letters, but most of them were hearsay and rumors, complicating the investigation instead. Cannot comment on whether Mr. Shen is related to the theft case. And then, what about the murder case? Mr. Shen met with Stonewood at Stone store last night, and Stone was found dead this morning. Stonewood was shot to death, and Mr. Shen was initially charged with illegal possession of a gun. Are you suspecting Mr. Shen as the murderer of Stonewood? I'm sorry, I cannot disclose any information about the murder case. Judging from your reaction, you don't really think both cases are related to Mr. Shen, do you? How can you make such a random speculation? So it's actually true. Alright, tell us about the progress. Since the briefing meeting was held, it seems that the police have obtained some evidence. You guessed it again. Mr. Shen is the sole suspect in the shooting in the foreign goods store with solid evidence. This one I really can't say anymore. Please make sure to keep the information we just discussed strictly confidential. You can trust us, but we will keep our lips sealed. Shen couldn't have committed murder. Can you find a way for me to meet him? I'm sorry, I don't have that kind of authority. Joseph! Sergeant Singh! He is Shen Chuping's assistant and wants to visit. You're thinking, so any assistant can visit like that? Shen Chuping's a notorious murderer. Were you planning to let him collude with this guy? Oh no, Sergeant, you sound a little sus right now. Sergeant Singh, if I have it right, the suspect has the right to be visited during detention. Besides, he hasn't said a word since his arrest, which is not conducive to the investigation. Allowing him to meet with a friend, perhaps, is good for cooperation. You do make some sense. Thank you, Joseph. Officer, we will bring Shen Chuping out. Shit! Well, at least he's alive. He's not saying anything, though. I know you couldn't have done it. What really happened? Shen, if there's anything I can do, let me know. You shouldn't have come. The case has nothing to do with you. Mr. Shen, is it true that you killed Stone Wu? I don't know. Don't waste any more time on me. Well, that's definitely not gonna happen. Stop meddling in this matter. Since Mr. Shen can speak now, he should be able to cooperate with my interrogation later, right? What's going on? Let's go. How could it turn out like this? Shen refused to tell us what happened, doesn't let us help. Who is he to say we can't interfere? It's understandable to be worried about dragging you into it, but he underestimates me. I have an idea. We can serve as his defense counsels. Defense counsels? It means defending the suspect in a criminal court and helping him protect his rights. Damn, when's carrying this whole case right now? Great idea. But we don't have a lawyer's license. We need a letter of authorization from Mr. Shen first. We can also defend him as a friend or a relative. That won't work. Shen will definitely not give us a letter of authorization. There's another way, but it requires waiting for a few days. What is it? I interviewed Sergeant Singh before I noticed a habit of his. After finishing questioning, he'd asked the suspect to leave extra fingerprints on blank paper. Mr. Shen must be no exception. As long as we obtain a paper with Mr. Shen's fingerprints, we can make the letters on our own. Seems like this is the only way. But why do we have to wait a few days? I have to send a letter to the police station first, and after receiving the approval, only then can I enter Sergeant Singh's office in the name of an interview. And when's the hard carry right now? Still early. Let's go around the crime scene first and see if we can find more clues. Come back here at 8 p.m. tonight. Alpha and Wenko investigate other areas but didn't find anything unusual. Why do you bring your inventions here? You'll find out soon enough. No plan to bring to the police station at night, are you? That's exactly what I have in mind! This is a common padlock, quite easy to open. The Koshin, can you tell me how to get to Sergeant Singh's office? Once I'm inside, I'll need you to keep watch outside. It's too risky, can't you even wait for a day? Afraid of the problems that might be incurred by a delay. He's not wrong. Time is money. Time is always of the essence, especially in a murder case. Alright, here we go! Alright, we're lockpicking. I actually don't know what we're doing. I'm going with my gut. Okay, there we go. We opened it. I don't know how, but we opened it. All right. We'll go in for now. Hurry in and come back quickly. Once you're in the surgeon's office, focus on the file relating to the shooting case. Understood.
阿福阿福，
Can you hear me?
测试测试，
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
寻找办公室。
Surgeon's office at the end of the corridor. Be careful. Oh no! You mean I gotta stealth my way through this?
昨晚上没睡好啊？
Did not sleep well last night.
I'm
I'm not sleeping well. I didn't sleep at all.
一宿没睡。
Oh no, it's a stealth mission. I'm so bad at stealth missions! Seriously personally led the team, arresting people and interrogating. No one was allowed to leave the police station.
你眯一下吧。
Take a nap then. I'll go patrol. Alright. You're gonna sneaky.
这个巡捕
Policeman is asleep.
我可得小
I
声
need to be quiet so as not to wake him. You go slowly to pass by safely. I see. I'm a little scared, but it is what it is. Oh, I got found. Oops. I remember your CQC training alert during the basic? Oh, I see. I'm understanding now how this works. Maybe, I'm not sure.
顺利到达，
Well, anyway, Alpha made it. I don't know how he made it, but he made it.
就是找印有先生手印。
Did I actually skip the hang on. Did I accidentally skip the I feel like that's cheating. But I didn't save, so we're just gonna have to make it through. But I'm kind of sad. I really wanted to try it. It's alright. Let's search for stuff. Elephant sculpture. He says the elephant looks silly, alright. Evidence box. Inside a Shen's hat coat and some personal belongings. There's also a photo frame. The group photo of Brian and Stone Wu. Alright. We've got an old photo. This has been given to him by Stone Wu. There's another piece of paper tucked inside the photo frame. It is a note. H2O 1000, CO2 100. It looks like some kind of formula. Probably for the cola water.
阿福阿福，
If you reach the surgeon's office,
请回答。
please respond if received.
那带手印的纸呢？
What about the paper fingerprints? Have you found it? Beep beep. Negative. Alright, we found the formula to the cola water. A tapestry full of exoticism with vibrant colors. Case files. There's a file on the desk. It's the autopsy report of Stone Wu. Based on the body, the time of death could be between 8 and 10 p.m. The victim had a 2.5 meter diameter puncture wound on the left chest. A bullet passed through the victim's body, causing multiple organ injuries and severe bleeding. This is also the cause of death. Clothing near the victim's chest wound had scorch marks, and the skin was partially burned. Alright, so it was fired at point blank distance. It's highly likely that the shooting was done at close range. Victim also has a head injury, indicating that he suffered a blow from a blunt object. Additionally, there are marks being bound with ropes on the victim's wrists and ankles. Alright, we have obtained the autopsy report. File cabinet. File cabinet is labeled seized evidence. Let me see what's inside. Exploring methods for extracting bruising from Nux vomica. This is an English paper written by Stone Wu. New drug called brucine can be extracted from Nux vomica. Its therapeutic effect is similar to what? To strychnine! Alright. Lyceum Theater 212. What does 212 represent? It's probably the locker number. Sunshine Singh has returned. Emergency.
Does he think that by solving a few cases, he can look down upon us?
Wow, Sunshine Singh is mad.
We need to do something to make him cooperate.
But he doesn't want to.
Make him understand that in this police station, who's the boss?
Evidences are quite comprehensive. The significance of a confession is limited.
Alright, Joseph, whose side are you on?
Let's leave it to the court.
I'm asking, are you protecting him?
I never show mercy to criminals.
Oh, we got caught. A few minutes later. My fault for not improving the phonograph broadcasting machine. Yeah, without the fingerprints, I won't be able to help Shen.
是你吗？
Hello, Shen!
我还以为是我幻听了。
Thought I was hallucinating.
你怎么也在这里？
What are you doing here? What do you mean? Of course he's locked up the police
有
station!
问题的人。
The one who should be asking the questions is me. Alpha explains his own experience to Shen Chu-ping. Alright. He caught me in confiscating my phonograph broadcasting machine. This is going great! We're both in prison now.
你也太过
You're really reckless, even daring to sneak to the police station.
我不让你参与
I
这件
didn't
事。
want you to get involved in this as I didn't want you to take any risks. Wow.
没想
A little late for that.
我不能眼睁睁
I
地
can't just stand idly by and watch you being
这
framed.
个案子背后
This
还有
case is complicated and dangerous and may not come out
这次为你
unscathed.
全身而退。
多一个人
You need help? I have to do all I can.
你困在牢房
You're
里
trapped in the
连调查
prison
都
and
没
you
法
cannot
做
even do any investigation.
你不也困在牢房里？
Aren't you also trapped in a prison cell? I wasn't until now!
我知道你
I know you're worried about me, but I'd rather see you safe. Oh, Shen! Since we can't leave anyway, why don't you tell me about that evening?
吴松涛不是
Didn't
跟你
Stonewall
说过
arrange to
的
meet you at his store?
为什么你又去了
Why did you
第
go
二
to the theater?
你不必套我的话。
You don't have to fish for answers from me.
这个问
I
题
think I might have answer to the question. Alright, here we go.
先生去剧
You
院
went to the theater because someone left a note for you, right? Yeah,
看来我猜对了
seems like I was right.
先生
Jen, the person who led you to the store in the theater was clearly setting you up. But we don't even know who the opponent is.
我们连对手是谁都不清楚。
Huh. About that.
对方却对我们
They seem to know our every move.
我清楚寻
I am well aware of what evidence the police possess.
假如我
If
是
I
这
were the
个案子
prosecutor in
的
this
警察
case, I would inevitably suspect
我会
myself
不
as
可避
the
免地怀
culprit.
疑。
先生
Jen, guess who I encountered at the Lyceum Theater today?
谁？
是尹珠姐
Inchu. She has become a well-known magician.
然后
And then I remembered our first meeting on the ship.
当时
I was standing at the crime scene with blood on my hands, unable to utter a word of defense.
最开始
At first, everyone believed that I was the murderer, and later suspicion turned to Inchu.
可先生
But
却
you,
缜密地
through
推理还原了
meticulous
真相
reasoning,
指证我
reconstructed the
的嫌疑
truth, clearing us of suspicion.
如果不是先
If
生
it weren't
坚
for
持
you, your persistence, both Inchu and I would not have the lives we have now. This time, with you being wrongly accused, I cannot simply stand by and do nothing. Yeah. Yeah, Afu wants to help. Let him. Alright. I agreed to let you be my defense counsel. Yippee! Can I ask you some questions? Sure, but I'm not sure if I can provide the answers. Oh no, we have to beat Afu! We have to get carried by Wen! Did you encounter Stonemoon in the study of the foreign goods store? I didn't see anyone, to be honest. I was waiting for Stonemoon in the study, but he never showed up. By chance, I found a document on the desk. The document had the same note you mentioned attached to it. So you went to the theater? Yes, I think so? I heard a noise, it sounded like a bell, and then I went straight to the theater. Alright. The events in the theater! What happened at the theater? At that time, I was thinking about my brother's case. I don't remember the details. Shen looks burdened with something. It seems he found something else at the foreign goods store. I can't tell for now. How about I share the results of my investigation with you? A few hours later. Time is going by really fast here. Koxin, you were also caught? No, she's here to get you out. Yeah, I came to get you out. She's so cute. You've been released on bail. Thank you, Officer Wen. Thank you, Koxin. Please don't thank me, I didn't do anything. Mr. Shen? Valid defense, what do you think? I've written a letter of authorization and handed it to the jailer. But this case is full of difficulties. Shen, please rest assured no matter what difficulties we face, we can overcome them. I mean, such determination is crucial, especially when the adversary in court is Joseph. Joseph? You mean we have to argue against Mr. Joseph? Yes. Don't worry, Afu. It's Mr. Joseph who helped us a lot in getting you released on bail this time. Moreover, I heard that he's Mr. Shen's mentor. He should show mercy during the trial, right? Depends. You haven't seen Joseph in the courtroom. You will never show any mercy. That doesn't matter. After all, the truth is on our side. As long as we are well prepared, I don't believe we will lose. We don't have much time left for preparation. The first trial will take place tomorrow. Wow! We're going full Ace Attorney! Based on the mixed court rules, the trial begins once the prosecutor deems the evidence conclusive. The mixed court follows a one-trial-only system, which means you only have one chance. I don't have any evidence. Afu, let's hurry and prepare. I have not told you about the biggest challenge yet. The second day, Shanghai International Settlements Mixed Court. Wow! I was not expecting us to go full Ace Attorney! Lol, Joseph has a wig on. Everyone is here. What hasn't the presiding judge announced the start of the trial? Is he asleep? He's waiting for the observer to arrive. The judge at mixed court cannot try cases alone. There must be an observer present. The observer for this case is named Herman, whose Jardine family is one of the 4 in the Far East. Because she seems to have completely entered the stage. Don't talk, I'm nervous. Alright. I'm so glad we just went full Ace Attorney. And I was so not prepared for this. This mixed court hereby enjoys the authority to hear, judge, and detain. Stop it! It's free and updated autopsy report! You know, an updated autopsy report will probably help us right now. Dude, what is up with the weaves in this game? They look itchy AF. The court begins the trial of Shen Chu being accused of shooting and murdering Stonemoon. The presiding judge in this case will be Quan Chu, governor of Shanghai. I, Herman Jardine, the Deputy Consul General of the British Consulate, will be the trial observer. Now let's confirm the identities of the prosecution and defense. It's gonna work out great for us. So Prosecutor Joseph Bell, Chief Prosecutor of Shanghai International Settlement, present. The prosecutor is present in the court. If this is going where I think this is going, I'm gonna be very sad. Mr. Joseph is dressed very formally. The defendant, Shen Chupi, and his defense counsel present in the court. Yes, sir. We're all here. Shen doesn't look very well. Could it be that he still hasn't eaten anything? As the defendant appointed a defense counsel. Why isn't the defense counsel speaking? That's you, Afu! Defense counsel, Xing Fuxing, and Wen Koxing are present in the court. Wow. I almost forgot that I'm a defense counsel myself. We should have hired a lawyer, but I guess there's no Phoenix Wright in this game. Well, no. Don't be nervous. Okay. The trial will be over soon. You make that sound like it's a good thing. This is not comforting at all. It's a threat. Exactly! Jesus, I'm so scared. I don't want to be here. Alright, this case occurred in the international settlement, but both the victim and the suspect are Chinese. According to the regulation on the mixed court, it should be handled by Shanghai officials. Not at all. Judge Herman, with you taking charge, I'm here mainly as formality. Judge Kwong, the British Empire emphasizes procedural justice. We hope King Official can do so. Then let's proceed to the trial. First, we need to conduct the court investigation. Judge Herman, if I'm not mistaken, have I followed the correct procedure? Zhen Chuping, you're accused of murdering Stone Wu on the evening of September 14th at Stone's store. What do you have to say in response? Do you plead guilty? I didn't kill anyone. I plead not guilty. Not guilty. What's next then? Afu, it seems that Judge Kwon's just as confused as you are. It's going great, guys. Since the defendant claims innocent regarding the charges, Mr. Joseph will now make the prosecution's statement. Judge Kwon, please judge after hearing the statement and determine whether he's guilty or not. Alright, here we go. Alright, now the real question is Joseph Edgeworth or is he Von Karma? I have a feeling he's a Von Karma, but we'll see. Your Honor, the details of this case are very clear. This case occurred 3 days ago in the evening. The victim is Stone Wu, the owner of Stone Foreign Goods Store. According to the investigation, the defendant entered the victim's store at 7:50 that evening. Inside the study of the store, he first struck the victim's head with a blunt object. After the victim fell to the ground, he shot and killed the victim with a pistol. The above statements are supported by evidence and witnesses. Witnesses? I ain't hear nothing about no witness! Alright, let's see what evidence you got. This is the autopsy report issued by the police coroner. It is evident that the victim died due to a bullet penetrating the left chest. This is the pistol seized during the arrest of the defendant. Okay. This looks like a very 2000 gun. I'm just saying. This cult looks very modern. It's not what I was expecting, but okay. Yeah, Muto Joseph is either feeling betrayed and wants to find the truth, or he's the mastermind behind everything, and I'm not sure which. You'll see. The pistol has only the fingerprints of the defendant. Alright, the murder weapon of the shooting case, a .32 caliber pistol, fired only one bullet with Shen's fingerprint on it. Okay, but if I am to read... But if I recall correctly, the murder weapon is a .26. Not a .32. But they're not giving me that detail. Turns out the murder weapon's the famous 2 horses. This is the bullet found at the crime scene. The wound on the victim's body were indeed caused by a bullet of the same caliber. How can we be sure that this bullet was fired from the seized pistol? The rifling marks on the bullet match those in the barrel of this pistol. Rifling marks. Yeah, I already know about this. Okay. Why don't you introduce it to everyone? Afu's falling right into Joseph's trap! The rifling marks on the gun are like fingerprints. Each gun is unique. Similarly, the markings left by a bullet passing through the barrel will also have differences. But if I recall... They're not showing it to us here, but if I recall in the autopsy report that I remember reading... The wound, it's a .26 bullet wound. So how can it be a .32 caliber pistol? These differences may not be visible to naked eye. Okay, I'm not gonna keep going. We've all watched CSI. Alright, bullet head. The bullet head found at the scene caliber of .32. Rifling marks match those on the pistol with Shen's fingerprints. Can I have the autopsy report, please? And the results of the rifling mark comparison is definite. The gun was fired by the defendant. No. The bullet was fired from the gun with his fingerprints on it. Afu, you're so bad at this! You didn't say he would have said it himself, but now we're in defensive position. We need to refute something. Anything will do. Otherwise, that confused judge will issue a verdict directly. Shen is being framed. Shen just found the gun. Shen doesn't have a gun. Alright, let's go with that. Does the defense counsel have anything to say regarding the charges? Mr. Shen is a detective. He would never commit murder. He probably just picked up the gun in the crime scene to investigate. That's why his fingerprints are on the gun. This gun belongs to the victim. The gun was kept in a drawer in his study. The defendant was indeed found with the gun at the crime scene. But this does not affect the conclusion of the case. The murder occurred between 8 to 8:30. From 7:30 to 8:30, only Shen was seen at the store. Therefore, no matter how you look at it, the murder can only be the defendant. Are you certain that only Shen entered the scene? There are witnesses who can testify to that. Let me speak to them. Prosecution has no objections, but we do. It's up to Judge Chang to decide. Is it really going to end like this? No! You're such a bad defendant! Afu is so bad at this! He should have placed a phoenix right before going to court. The defense counsel requests to cross-examine the evidence presented by the prosecutor. Yes, defense counsel believe it is necessary. Judge Herman just mentioned the importance of procedural justice. Defendant must have the chance to challenge and refute evidence detrimental to their case. Alright, here we go. Your honors, I agree to the cross-examination. Judge Kwan just wants this to be over. Try to find any minor inconsistencies and prolong the trial. This is the final verdict that will determine Mr. Shen's fate. Until the last moment when all options are exhausted, we cannot give up. I want to see the autopsy report. Victor Stone was shot and killed in his study at Stone Foreign Goods Store. (7:30 to 8:45). News on Shen's arrest. Ask for recess so we can watch an Ace Attorney playthrough? For real! This is definitely the cola water. Bullet penetration present has signs of binding of the body. This, I think, is related to Shen's brother's murder. Okay, let's see what he got. The victim, Stonewall, was shot and killed in his study at Jones' foreign goods store. The bullet found at the crime scene came from a Colt M1903 pistol. And on this pistol, the defendant's fingerprints were found. The gun was victim's weapon, originally kept in a drawer in his study. The murder occurred between 8 to 8:30. During 7:30 to 8:30, only Mr. Shen was seen at the scene. I don't understand why I can't take a look at the autopsy report. I'm pretty sure it said it was a point 26. There's a loophole in the timeline. Between 7:30 to 8:30, only Mr. Shen was seen at the scene. Every evening was 7:30 to 8:45. Oh, he died between 8 and 10. Now let's ask him about this. I don't know what we're doing. Although we presented the evidence, but... Can we really do this? Afu! This is your Phoenix Wright moment. Make it count. We may not have all the details, but we can still create a strong presence. Here we go. Why are you presenting this autopsy report? Because the description here are inconsistent. What exactly is inconsistent? Apparently everyone here is blind. After all, the information states the time of death at 8 to 10 p.m. But Mr. Joseph mentioned 8 to 8:30. Indeed, it is inconsistent. Come on! Prosecutor, please explain this issue. The victim died immediately after being shot, and the reason why we estimated a shortened time of death is that after the defendant was arrested around 8:30, the pistol was also confiscated by the police. A confiscated weapon cannot be used for murder. The prosecutor's inference is reasonable. Assuming that is the murder weapon. I object. The defendant entered the scene at around 8 p.m. At that time, there was no one inside the foreign goods store. And in this situation at the time. She is right. The prosecutor just stated only the defendant was present at the scene between 7:30 to 8:30. The prosecutor also stated that the murder occurred between 8 to 8:30. Considering that the foreign goods store only has one entrance, the witness couldn't have only seen the defendant entering the foreign goods store. Who else should the witness have seen? Should have seen the victim. Are you saying the victim? That's right. Mr. Shen went to the store for an appointment that night, but the victim was not in the store. If the witness the prosecutor mentioned has been around the scene all along, it would have seen, and Stoneman was confirmed to be killed between 8 and 8:30, then witness should have seen Stoneman entering the foreign goods store. I object. The counsel's inference is based on defendant's unilateral statement and it's questionable. Rather than saying the witness was mistaken, it's more likely that the defendant is lying. I object. The prosecutor's witness testimony is also unilateral. What's the difference between them? You know, she's got a point. How do we know the witness isn't lying? And the defendant claims have the same weight as the witness's testimony. The defendant even claims he did not commit the murder. Should the court simply believe that? Who can guarantee that the witness won't lie or that she won't omit something? That is true. Defendant's testimony should indeed not be trusted. Give me a cross-examination. But whether the witness' testimony is true or not also needs to be verified. Give me my cross-examination. What do you think, Judge Herman? Prosecutor, bring your witness to the court. Yeah, give me my cross-examination. Witnesses are usually sus, I'm just saying. What is your full name and occupation? You can call me Miss Lee, and my occupation it's girl. She's a socialite, I see. Yeah, you need to provide your full name and real occupation. All my fans in Shanghai call me Miss Lee. Being an it girl is my occupation, I'm not lying to you. I see. It's her. Do you know the witness? Her name is Lee Taifu, a writer. She has a column in the newspaper recommending good things. Anything she recommends is guaranteed to be sold out the next day. So she's a 1900s influencer. A stylish night like this cafe in Jing may not be deluxe but excludes elegant charms. Neon lights, great music, fantastic evening, planned to stay till 9 but had to leave early. Seems to be a very new style of writing, very different from what you write. Her articles are to package life and show the beauty, while mine aim to expose life and truth. Miss Lee, on the night of September 15th, did you witness the defendant entering the foreign goods store? Sure. Okay. And please tell us about what you saw that evening. Alright, here we go. On that evening, I was sitting across from the Stone Foreign Goods store enjoying some coffee. It was around 7:50 and I saw Mr. Shen walk into the foreign goods store. Okay. Are you sure that person was Mr. Shen? I'm certain. How can you be certain? I have a natural ability to remember good-looking people. You know what? I can't fault her for that. I had seen him that afternoon in the Stone Foreign Goods store. I also saw this young man in the defense counsel seat. Alright, let's get going. Mr. Shen stayed inside for about 25 minutes and he came out at around 8:15. When he came out, his face was pale and I wondered what he had experienced inside. After he left, I stayed for a while longer and left the cafe at 8:30. It's about an hour in all. Wait a minute, how can you remember the time so clearly? Because there is a clock across the street. Miss Lee, as a writer, you were busy writing articles while drinking coffee. You couldn't possibly be focusing on watching all the time, right? My dear, when I'm enjoying coffee, I don't write anything, just simply admiring the scenery. That evening, there weren't many pedestrians, rare to come across someone good-looking. I just took a few extra glances. Is it a crime? Alright. Miss Lee, if someone wanted to enter the foreign goods store, would they definitely pass by you? Yes, I was sitting directly across from the foreign goods store. You see, the victims don't enter the foreign goods store. No, I didn't. Were there any other people who entered the foreign goods store? No, none at all. Miss Lee's really good at saying things perfectly. By the way, maybe we can talk about this. I want to... Okay, hang on. Neon lights, great music, fantastic evening. Planned to stay till 9, but had to leave early. Why does she have to leave early? Miss Lee, I'm curious. Why did you leave the cafe early after Mr. Shen left the foreign goods store? What kind of question is that? I left the cafe simply because I finished my coffee. The defense counsel must not ask questions arbitrarily. Yeah, I'm not asking arbitrarily. Everyone, please take a look at this. A stylish night like this cafe in Jing may not be deluxe, but it excludes elegant charms. Rainbow lights, great music, fantastic evening, planned to stay till 9 but had to leave early. But why? This is the column you published in the newspaper the next day. It's about what happened at the cafe on the night of the case, right? You mentioned that you had something else to do and that's why you left early. What was it? It's not a secret. I heard the commotion from the other side of the road, and out of curiosity, I went to see it. I didn't expect it to be the police arresting someone, and it was Mr. Shen who got arrested. Did you leave early just because you heard the commotion? Yes, when I was enjoying coffee, it was quiet around. Once it got noisy, the ambience was ruined. Where did you go after you left? While watching the commotion, I met reporter Chang. He asked me for an interview. So we went to a bar and chatted for over an hour. By the way, Chang mentioned you to me. I feel there's something unnatural in Miss Lee's testimony. I agree. The timeline doesn't make sense. I can't pinpoint it right now, but I remember that in such a case, Shen would compare the testimony with the evidence, finding any contradictions. Alright, let's try this. Alright. Time for more cross-examination! That night, I was sitting across from Stone Foreign Goods store enjoying my coffee. Around 7:50, I saw Mr. Shen entering the foreign goods store. Mr. Shen stayed inside for around 25 minutes and came out around 8:15. When he came out, his face was quite pale and wondered what he went through inside. I sat there for an hour, quiet around until I heard the commotion from across the road. Went to from 7:30 to 8:45. But Inchu said that Shen was arrested during the intermission, which would be halfway between 7:30 and 8:45. So she couldn't possibly have sat there for an hour. What, 7:30 to 8:45 is an hour and 15 minutes? So Shen would have been arrested around 8:15. Okay. The crime occurred while Lee's haifu was sitting and drinking coffee. She would have noticed something. Wouldn't she have heard the gunshot? Or are we not going there? If the crime occurred while Lee's haifu was sitting and drinking, she would have noticed. Yeah, she would have heard the gunshot, right? Maybe. I'm not sure what we're supposed to present, so I'm gonna save so I don't screw up. But I'm assuming they're wondering what they're saying, that she should have heard the gunshot. Miss Lee, during the time you were enjoying your coffee, did you hear any strange sounds? What kind of sounds do you consider strange? Sounds that would disturb an it girl's quiet enjoyment of her coffee. This is inducive questioning? I object to your objection. Alpha was simply answering the witness's question. Even though I don't quite understand what inducive questioning is, I don't see anything inappropriate about the defense counsel's statement. No, Joseph knows where we're going with this. I think the defense counsel's question was quite interesting. Joseph knows where we're going with this. That's why he's objecting. But it's a pity that I haven't heard such a voice. During that 1 hour of coffee drinking, the surrounding was so quiet. That's exactly where the contradiction lies. Mr. Joseph said that Stoneman was shot and killed between 8 and 8:30. Since you could hear the noise from the distant street at that time, it is impossible for you not to hear the gunshot from the opposite side. Miss Lee, can you explain what happened? There really was no sound of a gunshot. Your Honor, if the witness is telling the truth, it means that during the time Mr. Shen entered this crime scene, there was no shooting. Therefore, he couldn't be the murderer. Judge Kwon, is it possible to consider declaring Shen innocent now? Too fast. Miss Wen, your reasoning has impressed us to such an extent, but unfortunately... Tell me more. Fingerprints, firearm bullets, the body, and the crime scene form a full chain of evidence. And they all point to the defendant. In this situation, we should not question whether the defendant is the murderer. Instead, we should consider, how did the murderer manage to cover the sound of the gunshot? What methods are there to cover the sound of a pistol? Miss Lee, when you were enjoying coffee, did you hear any bell ringing? Bell ring. There's a clock tower across the street at 8 o'clock. The clock rang many times loudly. You're accustomed to it, so you don't find the bell ring noisy. It seems like it. Something very suspicious going on with this. The pedestrians around it are the same. So as long as the murderer shoots when the bell rings, they'll want to attract attention from outsiders. They pulled out the pillow to silence the shot. Easy call! There's no... I would agree with you, but there was no pillow in the room. Therefore, Miss Lee not noticing the gunshot doesn't mean the defendant didn't find the gun. The chain of evidence proved the defendant's murder has been closed. I need to see the autopsy report. Something really odd about the autopsy report. Indeed, Prosecutor Powell lives up to his reputation. If the defendant counsel cannot find new doubts, the case can be concluded. What should I say next, Koshi? I don't know if it's too powerful. Our performance in the debate should have given some room to maneuver in the court. At this point, we can only try everything we can, resort to some disruptive tactics. Easy explanation, murderer took the pillow to use it for napping afterwards? So you mean the police officer did it? Even if we ultimately lose, we'll fight until the very end. I need to see the autopsy report. I'm pretty sure they say the wound is .26. I don't understand how we have a .32 caliber bullet. We should present any viewpoint or evidence that is advantageous to us. Confession can directly confirm certain details. Oh. Confession can indirectly confirm certain details. I don't know where they want us to go with this. I'm very concerned that they won't let us use the full autopsy report because I am almost certain that the bullet was a .26, not a .32. I don't think I remember that wrong. But the fact that I can't use that is interesting to me. Sometimes a profession can indirectly confirm certain details. No found on Surgeon Singh's office. License Theater 212. I don't know where they want us to go with this. Profession can indirectly confirm certain details. Well, also, why does Shen leave his fingerprint on the gun? I don't know what we're supposed to present. I thought for sure the bullet wound would come up, but it didn't. I don't know what we're doing. We're just... Judge Kwon, the defense counsel, still has something to say. My client, Mr. Shan Chuping, is a very talented detective. He has solved many cases, including the well-known case in Hangyang Ironworks. My client found the truth based on subtle clues at the crime scene in the absence of a dead body. Yes, and he cracked the case within 1 day. That's why the defendant's name looks so familiar. So why would he leave so much evidence behind? It doesn't make any sense. The detective who solved the ironwork case. How could such a reputed detective end up committing murder? Okay, let's not go there. Judge Kwon, in the Qing Dynasty, judges often judged by their feelings, indeed incorrect. Defendant's profession should not change the determination of their criminal act. No, but it changes how they would commit the crime. Please explain. Is there any connection between the Haiyan case and this murder case? The connection is, of course, Mr. Shen. Think about it. Mr. Shen was able to solve the difficult case in Hangyang, which means he is a smart detective. It's implausible a smart detective like Mr. Shen would be easily caught if he committed murder. Exactly. Why did he leave his fingerprints on the gun? Why does he have the gun with him? It doesn't make any sense. Everyone, there is a major doubt here. Mr. Shen was arrested because he was seen in the theater carrying a pistol. Mr. Shen was arrested at 8:30 in the evening, just a few minutes after he left the scene. And according to Mr. Joseph's claim, Mr. Shen used the sound of a clock to cover the gunshot. Isn't it contradictory that Mr. Shen, as Mr. Joseph claims, differs from the one arrested? If Mr. Shen really used the gun to commit the murder, why would he expose it before a large crowd? He may have thought of covering the gunshot sound, but didn't think of hiding the gun itself. Yeah, why wouldn't he just wipe it down, put it back in the gun case? Order. Huh? You better give me order. Defense counsel, your perspective is quite interesting. Please continue. Sure. The victim's body was found by a female store assistant the next morning after the crime. Only after the store assistant found the body did the police receive the report. Yet they were able to arrest Mr. Shen in advance as if they had foreknowledge. The timing of the murder and Mr. Shen's arrest almost seamlessly align. Isn't that too coincidental? Unless someone deliberately framed Mr. Shen. Mr. Joseph, can you respond to these doubts? Your Honor, Mr. Shen's arrest at the theater was not purely coincidental. At that time, the gun was not completely exposed either. So, can you present evidence regarding the process of Mr. Shen's arrest for cross-examination? The murder weapon, the bullets, also the crime scene. I want to investigate everything. These requests are reasonable and we will cooperate. As the prosecutor, I hope that this case can be thoroughly investigated, leaving no doubt. But the actions of the police at the theater on the night of the crime involved another case. That case is classified and will take some time to retrieve the case files. Should we reschedule the trial later then? Alright, we bought ourselves some time! I announced a temporary suspension of the trial of Shen Chuping accused of murdering Stone Wu. The trial will resume in 2 days. Alright, we somehow survived! No thanks to
王
Afu!
的在法庭上的表现，让人印象深刻。
Your performance in the courtroom was impressive. Trust me, if we've gotten the full autopsy report, I think this will be over already. Luckily, my heart was in my throat when the judge made the final statement.
不管怎样，
No matter what, we managed to seize the opportunity to examine the evidence and revisit the
只要
scene.
能找到新的
As long as we can find a new breakthrough, there is still a chance of winning the next trial.
让你们费心了。
Gone to all this trouble for me? Don't worry, Shen. You've only saved Afu's life once before.
等我们赢了
Let's save your appreciation till we win the next trial.
哦
However, speaking of which,
石先生，
Mr. Shen, did you really not see anyone during your 20-minute stay at the foreign goods store?
没有，
No. And it's strange indeed. Hurry, look at what Phoenix Wright did! We only have 2 days to watch the entire series! He has to watch all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trilogies!
巡捕房确定
Police has confirmed Stone was indeed shot and killed in the study of the store. Miss Lee, sitting across from the store, didn't see anyone else entering except you. Easy. He was killed after Shen left. Stoneman was neither inside the store nor you ever went in then. Could it be possible for a body to appear at the crime scene out of thin air? Absolutely.
洋货铺的构造一模。
Layout of the store is clear, with 2 rooms, one for business, the other for bookkeeping.
当时2个房间都
At that time, both rooms were empty with no one inside.
那为什么
And how did the body appear as soon as Shen left? This is indeed very strange.
阿福，
We need to go to the crime scene and search it thoroughly.
不好意思啊，2位。
Alright, thanks, Officer Wu.
阿福，
Afu,
有什么嘱咐
do you have any instructions, Shen? What?
查案之途多
There
行。
could be obstacles and dangers on the path of your investigation. Take care of yourself. I feel like Shen has the same suspicions I do. And we're both hoping we're wrong.
没问题。那先生记得按时吃饭。
Alright, hold on till the next trial. Fingerprints on the gun. This shows this said the gun belonged to Stone Wu, yet only Shen's fingerprints were found on it. That's another weird part. How come Stone's fingerprints aren't on it? What is going on exactly? I need to find an opportunity to thoroughly investigate that gun. Let's review the incident again. Stone Wu was shot and killed in the study of the store between 8 and 8:30 in the evening. During that time, Miss Lee only saw Mr. Shen entering and leaving the store. I feel like the logical explanation would be Stone was already bound and unconscious in the store while Shen was there. And then after everyone left, the murderer then came back and killed him in the store. Shen didn't see anyone in the store. All these are true. We must find a way to explain how Stone suddenly appeared in the study room. Thinking otherwise, there might be some incorrect information. What could it be? To answer the question, we must go to the crime scene and conduct a thorough investigation. Alright. Alright. Let's check all the knowledge that we learned today. I have some facts. Oh, we have a lot of facts. Dang Dang Tram! The Dang Dang Tram, also known as a tram car, is named after the ringing bells hanging on the front of the vehicle, making a dang dang sound to alert pedestrians to give way. It was introduced to Beijing by Siemens in 1899. As in Siemens, the one that makes cell phones? In 1906, the Round City Route line was completed in Tianjin. In 1908, the first tram line in Shanghai officially started operation, running from Jing'an Temple to the Bund. With its advantage of speed and high passenger capacity, trams rapidly developed and marked the beginning of mechanization in urban transport in China. I don't know what that word was still hard to say. International Opium Commission. The International Opium Commission convened in Shanghai in February 1909. It was a pivotal international assembly aimed at addressing the prohibition of opium. This conference was called into action following the interim achievements of Emperor Guangxu's anti-opium edicts. Urged by the advocacy of the Bishop of the Philippines, Brent, who wrote to Roosevelt highlighting the urgency of the opium issue in the Far East, the United States, under the Council of Secretary of State Root, spearheaded this initiative. The gathering saw the participation of more than 10 countries, including China, the United States, Britain, France, Germany, among others. It resulted in the unanimous passage of 9 resolutions aimed at curbing opium trade, marking a significant movement in the global anti-drug movement. Little good that did. In the mid-19th century, the mixed court was formed within the concession in China due to the establishment of consular jurisdiction. The formation of mixed Chinese and foreign communities and dissatisfaction with Chinese government jurisdiction. It was a collaborative institution where councils from the concession countries and Chinese officials jointly handled cases. The mixed court applied both Chinese and Western legal systems, but in terms of fairness, both Chinese and foreign officials were more concerned about safeguarding their respective interests. The mixed court showed some progress in reducing physical punishment, abolishing corporal punishment, and allowing defense lawyers. Regulation of the mixed court. Regulations drafted by the circuit intendants of Shanghai and revised by the British and American diplomats. It officially took effect in 1869. The content includes 10 chapters which established the organization and jurisdiction of the mixed court. In practice, there were frequent issues of foreign staff encroaching on legal rights, and the Shanghai Consular Corps repeatedly demanded amendments to the regulations to expand their powers. In 1905, a British vice consul violated the regulation by forcibly interfering in a purely Chinese case, violently detaining the defendant. This sparked public protests and eventually led to the chaotic and tragic mixed court incident. Colt M1903. Colt brand Luzi, also known as the Colt M1903 handgun, is a semi-automatic weapon. It's a semi-automatic pistol designed by firearms designer John Browning in 1902. This type of handgun is called Luzi because the slide needs to be pulled back, Lu in Chinese, to load a round. Additionally, the grip of the pistol is engraved with Colt's iconic rampant horse logo, hence the name Horse Luzi in Chinese. This firearm is highly regarded for its safety features and accuracy, and it quickly became one of the most widely used semi-automatic handguns in the world at the time. I did not know guns had been looking that modern for so long. It Girl. It Girl describes a young woman who is considered to possess the indefinable quality that makes her exceptionally popular, stylish, and socially appealing. In the Chinese context, the term It Girl socialite first appeared in the novel The Secret History of the Two Jing Dynasties, referring to famous and beautiful women. In the late Qing Dynasty, 1636 to 1912, an early Republican era with the changing gender norms, It Girl socialite emphasized qualities of character and talent. In a broader sense, it can refer to prominent women in the elite class. Let me see. I know, Muto, we're learning so much. We're learning so much. So much. Rifling comparison. Rifling refers to the spiral grooves carved inside a gun barrel. As a bullet passes through the barrel, it picks up marks from these grooves due to friction. Due to the differences in manufacturing and storage, the rifling marks from two different guns will not be exactly the same. By comparing details such as the width and direction of the twist under the microscope, it is possible to identify the specific firearm that fired a bullet. This technique has been gradually applied in criminal investigations since 1915. In the story, the use of rifling comparison technology by the police in Shanghai International Settlement is a fictional element. I think so too. The bullet's a little too messed up. Inducive questioning. Inducive questioning, also known as suggestive questioning, refers to the method of questioning where the questions use suggestive queries to narrow down or manipulate the respondent's answers. Common methods include repetitive questioning, enforcing limited options, and presupposing specific viewpoints. For example, when the fact that the defendant bought a knife is still to be proven, ask the defendant, did you buy the knife intended to kill him? Treats the act of purchasing a knife as an established fact and restricts the respondent's answer to yes or no. This is a classic example of inducive questioning. Alright, getting some, we're learning Lawyer 101. Hello, Joseph. You two were quite impressive in the courtroom. Often I tried everything we could to win a chance for a retrial. But Mr. Joseph, do you really believe that Mr. Shen's a murderer? As a friend, I hope he is not. But as a prosecutor, I must avoid subjective judgments. All decisions in the court are based on evidence and logic. That is the only path to the truth. The fact that they let Joseph be the prosecutor is a conflict of interest, but, you know, I digress. Mr. Joseph, you know Shen, he wouldn't commit murder. Then prove it in court. Here's the investigation permit. With this, no one would stop you from entering the crime scene. Alright. The investigation permit given by Mr. Joseph. It bears Mr. Joseph's signature, and with it we can enter the crime scene. Officer Wu has already prepared the evidence you need on the table over there. Thank you, Mr. Joseph. Hope the next trial will be fair and balanced showdown. Still not sure! You're an Ezra or you're Von Karma? Fully agree with Mr. Joseph's ideology. The next trial will defeat with evidence and logic. I've been waiting eagerly. Bye, Joseph! Damn, they actually have you use forensic data for shootings to start bringing out a body autopsy detail as well. Might as well start taking forensic classes. I know. If I wasn't so queasy, I would have loved to be a forensic scientist. Also, but I was also really, really bad at science. So, like, maybe not. There's a mailbox on the table that is filled with tip-off letters. And next to it, various tip-off letters are piled up. Alright, this is nothing new. But we'll investigate this again. Alright, let's take a look at the evidence! My favorite thing. Inside the box of the autopsy records of stone wound and crime scene photos. Mr. Joseph had already presented these pieces of evidence in court. There aren't any new discoveries. I swear the bullet hole was a .26. I have to rewatch the stream later. This box contains Shen's personal belongings. Check that in Sergeant Singh's office there was nothing special. Did I often visit Sergeant Singh's office? Did I? It means that Sergeant Singh must have already inspected this box of items in his office. He probably didn't notice anything unusual. Inside the vending box, there's a pistol, a bullet head with blood, a bullet shell. There's also a fingerprint comparison report and barrel rifling trace comparison report. Let's take a look at the bullet shell. Bullet shell was collected from the crime scene, no fingerprints were found on it. That's why it wasn't presented in court. Alright, let's take a look at it. The bullet shell is brass colored and relatively smooth. Bottom of the bullet shell is marked with 32 auto, indicating it is a 30.32 caliber bullet. There's a tongue-shaped groove in the center of the bottom and is traced left by a firing pin. Your Honor, the murder used ammo made from Horn 80. We can conclude they are of high wealth and spare no expenses their work! Actually, though. Oh, so where was Shen get a gun? Let's take a look at the fingerprint comparison report. Police extracted 3 clear fingerprints from the grip of this pistol. They're from the thumb, index finger, and middle finger of Shen's right hand. Wait. Thumb, index, and middle finger? That's it? Thumb, index, and middle. How would you fire a gun with the thumb, index, and middle finger? Just those. Shouldn't they find the whole hand? And the index finger on the trigger only? Interesting. Let's take a look at the barrel mark. Firstly, they loaded the gun with bullets of the same caliber and fired them. Then they compared the texture on the side of the bullet under a microscope. The rifle and the 2 bullet heads are nearly identical, so they were fired from the same gun. Which of course don't have any difference in what Mr. Joseph mentioned. Double check the pistol. The grip is engraved with rampant Colt logo of the Colt company. Therefore, people refer to this gun as 2 horses. Right, because one on each side. This is the manual safety on the gun, which is currently in the locked position. There's a small fingerprint on the trigger. Officer Wu, do you know whose fingerprint this is? Fingerprints are too small to compare. This is the base plate of the magazine. Can I double check the magazine? These are all .32 caliber bullets. They don't seem to differ much from the one found in the crime scene. What? Oh. From this angle, it looks like there are fingerprints on the bullet. They look like fingerprints. Officer, have you checked for fingerprints on the magazine? We didn't think there would be fingerprints on the magazine. There shouldn't be, but there is. Oh. Fingerprints were found on the side of each bullet in the magazine. Moreover, these fingers are different from Mr. Shen's fingerprints. Finally, there's a breakthrough. Well, to 12 8 bullets, currently 7 are left, and each bullet has the fingerprints of an unknown individual on its side. And for some reason, the bullet shot that was fired has no fingerprints on it. Probably because it was wiped down. But why? Why would he wipe the bullet but not the gun? I also found the palm print on the side of the magazine, but I can't determine the identity either. Please wait a moment, I'll go to the record room to check. After the fingerprint check may take some time, let's go to the crime scene first. Alright. Miss Wen, Shanghai is indeed a small place. We meet again. Have you discovered another big news story? I just plan to interview Mr. Chen and do some follow-up reporting. Mr. Chen, I always have questions for you. Why did you smear Shen as an accomplice of the thief? Was it me who said it's the officer I interviewed? Then you should verify Mr. Shen was not in Shanghai when the theft occurred. Timeliness is the most important for news. To release the interview quickly, that's called news. We shouldn't not make fake news. If the facts are changed, then I can make an update, right? Toby is sus, but I don't know how sus. He's thinking about what Toby Chen said earlier? Not really. Toby Chen looked familiar to me. I finally remember where I've seen him before. On Shen's clue wall, he's one of the suspects in Shen's brother's case. Oh, that's right! He's one of the brothers! Huh. Alright. Let's go check out the crime scene. I know we can take the tram, but I'm already walking. Let's check out the crime scene first, and then I feel like we need to go to the theater again. Entry to the crime scene without permit from authorities is strictly prohibited. Well, about that, Officer Lee! Don't worry! Yeah, this time we have an investigation permit. It won't cause any trouble. Thanks, Officer Lee! Since it has been approved, you can investigate in any way you want. But let's establish the rules first. All items here must not be damaged or lost, otherwise I will be held accountable. Don't worry, Officer. I've been with Shen many crime scenes. I'm very experienced. You seem restless, surely good at causing trouble! Officer Lee, we understand the rules. Please tell us briefly about the crime scene. Let me provide a brief overview. This store has a simple structure with just 2 rooms, a back room and an outer room. This is the outer room used for business purposes. The back room is a study, and it was in the study that the body was discovered. Is there anything in particular that was discovered in the outer room? Nothing in particular, but if I must say, after the incident, we checked the items in the store. Only a bag of rice was missing. A bag of rice? Just a bag of rice is missing? Nothing else was missing. I see. Would the murderer take a bag of rice? He wouldn't. I don't know either. Maybe it was the victim who took it. Alright. Going into the scene of the crime. But before we do that, bronze statue. Second cabinet. Afu has a very different perspective of everything than Shen. What was originally in this white square? That's where the bullet shell was found. I was gonna ask if there was gunshot residue on Shen's hand, but I don't think they had the technology at the time. There's a flower vase on the left of the bookshelf with several scroll paintings inside. The bottom left corner of the shelf is empty. A white square is painted in the cabinet board. Officer, has something been taken away from here? There was originally a safe, but it's been taken back to the police station as evidence. Is the safe also evidence related to shooting case? I don't recall Mr. Joseph mentioning it. This was a special instruction given by Sergeant Singh when he arrived at the scene. Sergeant Singh often personally investigated the crime scene. He rarely visits the crime scene, but he has visited the store several times, making a search it over and over again. I feel he was not here to investigate the case, but more like to search for something. What was he searching for? I'm sorry, I cannot say that. I know what he was searching for. Also, these white lines show the position and posture of Wu at the time of his death, right? That's correct. Heard that Wu was knocked unconscious by the murderer and then shot in the left chest. How did he end up lying sideways next to the bullet hole? Sergeant Singh analyzed that the murder had a deep resentment towards the victim. It's highly possible that after killing him, the murderer kicked the body a few times in anger. There's a bullet hole in the carpet and there's blood around the bullet hole. Through the bullet hole, you can see a hole in the floor underneath. Right, file cabinet! There's a concave shape inside this box. It's a pistol. Remember, Mr. Joseph said that the gun belonged to the victim and was kept in a drawer in his study. Seems like this is the pistol box for storing the murder weapon. Side cabinet! This seems to be the account book of Wu's store, stocked in on the 13th soap, outmatches, kerosene, outchime clock. What's an outmatch? So his handwriting is too messy, I can't see what he wrote at all. This is the receipt and payment bookkeeping. We have had the accountant verify this ledger. It's just the daily record of a good transaction in the store, nothing special. Let me see. Fingerprints on the magazine. It's highly likely that traces left by the murderer. Once officer confirms the owner of the fingerprints, we can find the murderer. Before the results come out, we can go to the crime scene first, which we're already at. From the information provided by Ting Xiang, it seems that the murderer didn't kill Stone for money. But there were so many things in the store, why didn't the murderer only take a single bag of rice? Perhaps because the rice is really delicious? I doubt that, but okay. Koshin's a little bit strange. Officer Lee said he felt certain Singh was searching for something. What is worth him entering the crime scene repeatedly to search for? A certain recipe of a certain cocaine-infused beverage. There are some indents on the carpet. It appears to be an indentation of the desk legs. It's been several days and the indentation haven't completely disappeared. Alright, I'm not fed up from anything the desk was moved recently. Seems that the desk has been in this position for a long time and only recently moved. You think the murderer could do that? Cannot discern. The murderer removed the desk, there must be a special reason behind it. Officer, may I lift the carpet to take a look? Careful. Alpha lifted the carpet. Let's take a look at the desk. Here's a set of tea utensils. Teapot, no problem. And teacups, also no problem. Here's a small stack of documents. Let me take a look. Still no problem. Alright, let's take a look at the back of the carpet. The position of the bullet hole in the carpet matches the position of the one on the floor. There's also some bloodstain on the back of the carpet. They seep through from the front. Is there any new discovery? There are a few rice grains beneath the carpet near the bullet hole. Rice underneath the carpet near the bullet hole? Strange, how could rice end up? Has rice been discovered in other places as well? I'll check the room again. Afu inspected the entire room! Koshi, no rice was found in any other location under the carpet. Not in the other places of the room either. That means there are only a few rice grains near the bullet hole, which must mean something. Yeah. It means the body was hidden in the rice bag. Bullet hole is not deep and the bullet has already been taken away by the police officers. Did you see something shiny in the bullet hole? Very small fan-shaped shining piece? Alpha, can you recognize what this is? It looks like a fish scale. A pinky nail-sized fan-shaped fragment found in the bullet hole at the seam. Looks like a fish scale. Let's look at the floor. Closhing, there are many scratches on the floor that run parallel to the walls. It's as if the bookshelf has been moved before. Let's also move in and take a look. Damn! It can't be pushed. Feels like it's stuck somewhere. Could it be that there's a mechanism installed? It's so difficult for us to push it. A mechanism. Investigate the shelf! What if we turn this upside down? This lovely upside down painting. A strange painting here with a strange subject. Upside down, even stranger. There must be something suspicious about this painting. Would you guys look at that? A secret room! I can open a hidden door. What were you messing with earlier? Alpha rotated a painting. I never expected there's another hidden space behind the bookshelf. It seems that the police did not discover this hidden door in the previous searches. Goshing, let's go down and take a look. Come, Officer Lee! We have much to investigate. I never expected there to be such a large cellar underneath this door. It's so cold here and it feels eerie. It looks like a wine cellar. Let's investigate. Oh! Did the cat just run by us? Alright, start at the desk. On one side of the table, there are many bottles of cola water. One bottle is half covered with a lid and there's still some unfinished soda left in it. There are alcohol lamps, flask condensers, and other instruments on the table. It looks like some kind of extraction experiment is being conducted. Underneath the table, there's some fish bones. Cabinet! In the middle of the sealed liquor cabinet, there are various types of wine glasses placed. On the top and bottom of the cabinet, there are some bottles of alcohol stored. As for the specific type, I just don't recognize them. Side cabinet. On the table, there is a copper frog figurine, and next to it is a stack of account books. Koshing, the content of this account book are different from the one in the study. Double bookkeeping, many unscrupulous merchants do this. There's an additional customer list at the back of this account book. In Stonewood's customer list, how come these names are on it? Lo Pei and Lo Shiwen. I remember Lo Pei and Lo Shiwen were both involved in the case of Hannah and Hunan. How did these two become the clients of Stonewood despite being so far away from Shanghai? That's really strange. We need to figure out first what exactly Wu's store is selling. Liquor rack! There's some types of foreign liquors as well as several bottles of distilled water. Boxes. On the wall, there's a row of ventilation outlets with 3 boxes placed in front of them. These boxes on the left are labeled carp, while the one on the right, small croaker. The corner of the box on the right has been open and the white mist is floating out. Interesting. A whole box full of small croakers. Does Mr. Wu also run a fish selling business? I haven't heard about it. Maybe it's for himself? Or he's smuggling something. That would make sense, but he's preserving these small croakers with dry ice. It is frozen carbon dioxide with temperature as low as 80 degrees Celsius, negative 80 degrees Celsius. It effectively isolates oxygen. The preservation effect is excellent. But dry ice is expensive and rare. Using dry ice to preserve fish indicate you must really, 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 really love fish. Or something else. Kitty! It's Mr. Ginger! Those fish bones were left over from his meal. There are many large wooden barrels placed here. The smell is red wine. Shelf. Various medicines on the shelf. Is Mr. Wu planning to enter the pharmaceutical business? It's not clear what the purpose is. We can make note for now. Cat! Maybe, Koshin, could this be the Mr. Ginger that Cece is looking for? Orange clothes, white gloves. Big white eyes, pointy ears, long tail. Fits the description perfectly. Kitty, are you Mr. Ginger? Can I shake your paw? Seems Mr. Ginger doesn't like people. Mr. Ginger seems to be not intentionally avoiding people, but rather injured. Indeed, his mouth and paws seems frostbitten. Paws mouth fish. Mr. Ginger must have gotten the frostbite on his paws and mouth while eating frozen fish. Seems that Mr. Ginger has been kept in the cellar for the past few days and he's starving. Koshin, seems like there's something inside the fish's belly. It's a wax paper package. Let's open it. Inside there are a dozen wax pills, each one labeled with the words opium secession pill. Afu, let's check the fish in the boxes again. Afu and Koshin open the boxes one by one. The first box is filled with half a box of dry ice and the fish inside has been taken away. The second box contained a big black card placed in dry ice. The third box is filled to the brim with small yellow croakers. But the cover is not tightly closed and most dry ice on the surface already evaporated. Shall we cut open the fish, take a look? Oh, it could cause frostbite just like Mr. Ginger. Alright, using gloves for this. I'm gonna ask Officer Lee for help. An hour later! These yellow croakers were just a cover. Stone was actually selling opium secession drugs. Selling opium secession drugs is legal, so why do it secretly? I heard Shen mention before that most of these drugs on the market are fake and substandard, so what Stone was selling is definitely nothing good. It's getting late and must quickly return to the police station and explain the situation here. Let's be careful not to cause any trouble later on. Koshin, Officer, we must have gotten the results of the fingerprint examination by now. Let's also go back to the police station and have a look. Take Mr. Ginger with you! Yeah, it's so cute. A few minutes later at the police station. You're saying that all the fingerprints on the magazine belong to Stone Wu. I've compared them repeatedly and they're indeed his fingerprints. This gun belonged to the victim. It's not surprising his fingerprints are on the magazine, is it? But then why is it not on the one that's fired? I thought we would be able to find the murderer. Don't be discouraged, Afu. Our investigation has made significant progress. I agree! Koshin's right. The magazine can hold a total of 8 bullets, currently 7 on 11. Each bullet has Stone Wu's fingerprints on its side. And yet, the one that was fired has no fingerprints on it. For the moment, the evidence we have collected is roughly just these. In addition to that, Koshin and I have made some other preparations. Now it's time for the second trial. Oh, we're already at the mixed court? Well, that was quick! 2 days went by in 20 minutes! Chinese citizen Shen Chu being suspected of shooting and killing Chinese citizen Stone Wu. The second trial will now begin. This case is handled by Shanghai Governor Kwang Chung. Judge Kwang, please proceed. Court is now in session. What is it? Why the silence? The prosecutor should proceed with the opening statement. I just have the feeling that someone should shout solemn silence to truly start. I see. Solemn silence. Yes, Afu is getting very nervous. Didn't mean to. You're even stuttering a bit. Yeah, you say you didn't mean to. Let my brain suddenly hit the brakes. It's alright. When will carry you? Please proceed with the statement, prosecutor. Your Honor, in the previous round of the trial, we have seen a chain of evidence, fingerprints, firearms, bullets, the body, and the scene. We have reconstructed the defendant's crime process and revealed his method of hiding gunshots. Based on these factors, we can now confirm that the defendant is the murderer. However, the defense counsel has questioned the process of the defendant's arrest. For fairness and justice, the prosecutor acknowledges the defense counsel's questioning. But in reality, there is no flaw in the process of the defendant's arrest by the police. Next, I will call Sergeant Singh and Officer Wu from the police to testify in court. Alright, here we go. I solemnly, sincerely, and truthfully swear and promise the testimony I give is true, complete, and without any falsehood. Officer Wu, don't you have anything to say? I say, Miss Sergeant Singh! Alright. Yeah, Miss Officer Wu is just as nervous. Sergeant Singh, you're in charge of this arrest operation, correct? Yes. Officer Wu, you were involved in the arrest operation, correct? Yes. Both of you were present throughout the arrest operation, correct? Yes. Alright. When Shanna was arrested, the police clearly didn't know about the murder case. Why was there an arrest operation? Raise the question. Defense counsel, you seem confident you must have a solid plan, right? Absolutely! Always! The body was clearly discovered the next day, so why was there an arrest operation that night? Yes. You're just about to explain why you're in such a rush. Then please begin your testimonies. Alright. On the night of the crime, we organized a secret operation at the Lyceum Theater. Initially, the target of the arrest was not Mr. Shen, but the infamous thief Shanghai Phantom. Shanghai Phantom? That infamous thief? Yes, that cunning villain. In one moment, the vaults of the four major families were robbed by Shanghai Phantom. Dent Group and Sassoon Group got lost gold and the Jardine family lost a batch of weapons. Among them, the Watson family suffered the greatest loss. Inside the stolen safe was the formula of the best-selling worldwide beverage, Watson Cola Water. Investigation shows Shanghai Phantom had close ties with Stone Wu. On the night of the case, we received orders to gather at Lyceum Theater at 7:15 p.m. Only when we arrived at the scene did we find out Sergeant Singh had received a tip-off. Shanghai Phantom will sell the stolen good at 8:30 using the lockers at Lyceum Theater. By then, Sergeant Singh had already investigated the theater and formulated a detailed arrest plan. To be precise, the arrest operation began at 7:29. I took it down clearly in my notes. At 8:26, the defendant entered the theater lobby. At 8:28, opened the number 212 locker and placed the gun inside. Officer Wu, is that correct? He was removing the gun. Mr. Shen's action mistakenly led to his arrest as Shanghai Phantom. As a result, the secret arrest operation failed. There's nothing to regret. With the blessing of the god, although we didn't catch the thief, we caught a murderer. I don't think he was putting the gun away. I think he was removing the gun. Okay. As Sergeant Singh mentioned, the defendant was arrested at the theater. Though coincidental, there's no evidence of the defense's claim of framing. There are no coincidences in this world, Joseph! There's no such thing as a coincidence. The police noticed the defendant hiding the gun because they had been monitoring lockers. That sounds reasonable. Defense counsel, do you have any further questions? You mentioned that Mr. Shen was hiding the gun. Do you have any evidence to support this? Someone provided us with a photograph. Photograph captured the moment when Mr. Shen was concealing the weapon. Shen is so pretty. Shen is so pretty! Completely irrelevant to everything that's happening. He's so pretty. Person in the photograph. Only the murderer would hide a weapon? That's not necessarily true. Maybe the gun was already in the locker and Mr. Shen simply unintentionally took it out. Actually? Before the operation, surgeons had already checked his lockers. They were all empty. And how do we know Sergeant Singh isn't lying? Anyway, let's take this into evidence for now. Afu! Don't lose your cool! Of course! Mr. Joseph should have seen this photo already. Why didn't he present it in the previous court hearing? Perhaps he thinks he can defeat us without presenting the photo? That's not Mr. Joseph's style. I agree. I actually think perhaps the evidential strength of this photo isn't as strong as it appears. Take a closer look. Koxin, there is indeed something strange. point out to the
把你觉得不
parts
自然
that
的
you
地方。
find unnatural.
如果先生
If
真的
Shan
是
was
在
truly
船
hiding a
上
gun, then the location with this
这些物
object
品
appears very odd. I'm too distracted. He's so pretty. He was hiding. And why is the gun in plain sight? Turn on. I'm very confused.
二位捕爷，
Officer, I want to confirm something.
212号
The number
船原本是
212 locker was originally empty, right? Sergeant Singh personally inspected
先
it.
生被捕时
When Shan was arrested, there was a clothes bag inside the number 212 locker, right?
没错，
Yes, there was a clothes bag which was also captured in the photo.
那个袋子
And that bag, it looks empty, right?
你看得很仔
You have a
细。
keen eye, the bag is indeed
我
empty.
说，
What are you trying to say? Well, what I want to say is, if Mr. Shan in the photo was indeed hiding a pistol, it would make more sense for the bag to be wrapped around the gun.
怎么会好好
Why was the bag inside the locker at that time?
也许
Perhaps Mr. Shan himself left an empty bag in the locker? For what reason?
你刚刚
You
还
just
说
said that the locker was empty and Sergeant Singh personally inspected it.
你们这样的
Your
辩
defense
解
is completely destroying the
完
fact
全
it
是
doesn't hold water. Okay, then explain.
一个想要
Why would someone who wanted to hide a pistol take it out of the bag in public? Why? It's stupid!
性格寻常，
Sergeant Singh, are you sure you checked all the lockers at the
有
time?
没有可能？
Is it possible that there was a mistake or oversight?
或许那是
Perhaps I was negligent at the time and didn't thoroughly check every locker?
因此
Therefore, I didn't discover the empty bag in the number 212 locker.
柜里只放一
It
个
is not logical to have only one empty bag in the locker. A more reasonable explanation is that the bag originally contained a pistol.
照片捕捉
The
到
photo captures the moment when Mr. Shen is taking out the gun, not when he's putting it in. I agree.
而且
And Shen only opened that locker after seeing the note that says Lyceum Theater 212.
这是分明有人
It's
在陷害
clear that someone is framing him.
辩护人忽略了一
The
个
defense counsel overlooked a crucial fact. What is it, Joseph? Bring it on.
别忘了，
Don't forget, Stoneman was killed by this pistol.
我说，
I must say, prosecutor Joseph is truly remarkable. I almost got caught up in their argument just now.
枪击事件发生
The
在
shooting
晚上
occurred between 8 to
8
8:30. This gun was still at Stone's door then.
而从晚上
Furthermore,
7
from
点
7:30 in the evening, the number 212 locker was under the surveillance of the police.
手枪不可
The
能
pistol
凭
couldn't
空
have
出
magically
现
appeared in the locker.
被告将它
The
从
defendant
掩护
bringing it in from the
带
store
到
to the
距离
theater is the
场
only
地
plausible
是目
explanation.
前唯一合理的解释。
No. I disagree. I disagree.
辩护人
Is the
是已
defense
经无
counsel
言以
speechless
对了
now? No. That's assuming. That's assuming. That he wasn't shot beforehand and stored in dry ice.
辩护人如果无
No, I have a question.
大人，
Judge Kwong. Prosecutor suddenly interrupts me, something important to say. As far as I know, during the recess, the defense counsel discovered some new evidence. If they also believe they are not sufficient to affect the court's determination of the fact, as a prosecutor, I suggest ending the court investigation at this point. New evidence during the recess. Is Mr. Jones trying to remind us of something? It seems likely he does want the case to be argued more thoroughly. Hopefully the judge and the observer will have the same patience. Which new discovery? I would like to speak about... Let's go with the fingerprint on the magazine. During the recess, Officer Wu found new fingerprints on the pistol magazine. It's the victim's stone woos. This is relevant findings based of every time. The pistol originally belonged to the victim. No, but I have a question! I know he loaded the bullets! Are there other new discoveries? Alright, I guess we're going with the secret cellar. Okay, you know what? No, we're going with the game. We're going with the game. We discovered a secret door in the foreign goods store, and underneath it is a wine cellar. As we know, the police overlooked this place during the previous investigation. Are you taking this opportunity to question the police? Actually, I am! I am! How come you didn't notice the secret room? It's true that the police didn't discover the wine cellar right away, but there were no clues related to the shooting case found in that wine cellar. I disagree! I disagree! Sounds like the findings have no substantial impact on the outcome of the case. I disagree! Judge, I still hope to question the discovery of new fingerprints on the pistol. I just thought of something else that needs to be confirmed. So I just say, shut up! You're obviously very bad at your job, and you're very sus, you're very red flag, and I need you to calm down. With such a large wine cellar at the crime scene, none of you discovered it. Who knows if there was similar oversights during the fingerprint examination. To be cautious, let's have Officer Wu give an introduction. Alright, thank you. Officer Wu, give it to me. When we detected fingerprints previously, we only tested the exterior of the pistol. Later, we did additional tests on the magazine and found the fingerprints of Stone Wu. Here is the distribution of the fingerprints. On the side of the magazine, there's a palm print that matches the left hand of the victim. A magazine can hold 8 bullets, and after one shot was fired, there were 7 bullets left. On the side of these 7 bullets, we found the prints of Wu's right index finger and thumb. That's the situation. Regarding this, does the defendant have anything to say? Yes. Of course it's a contradiction. Go ahead, tell us what is the issue. There's an obvious contradiction here. If Stone's fingerprints are on the bullets in the magazine, it casts doubts on the end of the evidence. Why is it not on the bullet shell? Furthermore, if his prints are all over the magazine, why is it not over the gun? The evidence that contradicts the magazine is this bullet shell. Is there anything special about the bullet shell? You guys have obviously never played Ace Attorney before. There are no significant traces found on the bullet shell. But that's the problem. At the very least, it should be this person's fingerprints on the bullet shell. There's the victim. There's the victim. Yeah, why is the victim's fingerprints not on it? Exactly. All the bullet shells from the magazine have his fingerprints on them. Sergeant Singh previously determined they were left by the victim while loading the gun. Since the bullet shell found at the crime scene came from the victim's pistol, well, his fingerprints should also be there on the bullet shell. But in fact, there is nothing on it. No fingerprints. This is indeed strange. What could be the reason for it? The fingerprints have been wiped off. Clearly, the fingerprints on the shell have been wiped off. Wiped out. Who would wipe off the fingerprints on it? It was probably done by the real culprit in this case. In any case, it definitely wasn't Shen. It doesn't make sense for him to wipe off the victim's fingerprints but leave his own behind. Does the real culprit have a reason to wipe off the victim's fingerprints? Perhaps wiping off the victim's fingerprint wasn't his main objective. The real objective was to erase other traces on the shell. What other traces could there be? Oh, let me tell you about the other traces that should be on there.
我们讨论一下。
Let's discuss it before giving you an answer.
可心姐，
Seeing the culprit didn't have a reason to specifically wipe the shell clean? I disagree.
如果真的觉
If
得
you really feel that the bullet shells are risky, it would be easy to just take them away.
那为什么到底
Then why aren't there any fingerprints on the bullet shells?
我再想想看。
Think more about it. No fingerprint. It is another strange. What could be the reason for it? There is another bullet.
虽然听上去
Although it may sound hard to believe,
说不定
it's
子弹
possible that the
子弹
bullet head and the shell belong to two different bullets.
什么？
You never learn arithmetic?
阿福，
The pistol has indeed only been fired once.
手枪的弹匣里面
Possible that the bullet were fired from another
而弹匣的
pistol?
总容量是8枚。
Unless there's two guns! Everyone should play Ace Attorney. Hey Donuts, how's it going? We're in court and we're at trial. Hope your day's going better than Afu's because he's having a hard time.
有没有可能子弹是另一把
There's
手枪
still
发射的
7 bullets left inside the magazine of the pistol while its total capacity is 8.
肃静。
被害人
The
手枪
victim's
射的
fingerprints are present on all the bullets from his pistol.
但这枚子弹
But there are no fingerprints on this bullet shell.
因此
Therefore, it is not a
不
bullet
是被
from the
害人
victim's
手枪中的
pistol.
子弹
What happened on the boat from last time? Oh, the boat's being resolved. The boat's being resolved. After the boat, we went to a book publisher, and the book publisher led us here, in which Mr. Shen is being framed for murder. And we're trying to clear his name. That's where we're at now. It's been very exciting. Yeah, Muto. The possibilities are endless.
这好像是最简单
It seems to be the simplest and most reasonable explanation.
肃静。
Silence.
我说，
Did you hear all this noise? It's all a result of your absurd theories. What do you mean?
别听他的阿福。
Don't listen to him, Mafu. We're about to find the opponent's weak spot.
知。竟然不记得。
How could you forget that we have conducted comparison of rifling marks on the bullet? That can be replaced.
航向痕迹。
Comparison of rifling marks cannot be wrong. The bullet was fired from the victim's pistol.
但是
However, rifling comparison can only confirm the bullet head comes from the victim's pistol.
而子弹可
But the bullet shell does not go through the rifling and is not within the examination range. But what happened on the boat? Was it the girl that slimmed out of the others? It was the assistant that supposedly had an alibi but didn't. It's kind of hard to explain. Might be easier if you watch the stream or Google. It's pretty convoluted, so it's kind of hard to explain. Also, I don't remember much of it. It's been too long.
子弹头和子弹壳
Counselor, are you suggesting the bullet head and the bullet shell came from two different guns? I mean, you know, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck.
对于弹壳
No
有没有被
fingerprints
害
on
人
the bullet
手枪
shell. I can't think of any other explanation more reasonable.
这种问题，不是
Can this problem be explained in any way? Maybe it was just a careless examiner who accidentally wiped them off.
应该不
It's unlikely.
如果那样的话，
If that's the case, it implies there are flaws in the investigation process of the police, and none of your evidence can be trusted!
我们有理由
We have reason to doubt the reliability of all the evidence issued by the police. Exactly, Sergeant Singh. Which is it? You guys are good at your job or you're bad at your job?
肃静。肃静。二位，
The two of you stop arguing. But this is a court!
你们绕晕了。
I'm already getting dizzy from this, but this is a courtroom! We're supposed to argue, Your Honor! Your Honor!
监控人对
Does
此
the prosecutor have any opinion on this?
如果弹壳和
If the
弹
shell and bullet came from different guns, it suggests 2 shots occurred at the scene.
但是
But the police only found 1 bullet hole, 1 bullet shell, and 1 bullet at the scene.
弹壳上没
A
有
lack of fingerprints on the bullet shell may have another reason. And what is it? Sound like there's only 1 gunshot at the
因
scene.
此，
Therefore, the defense counsel argument is not. That's not true.
等一下，
Wait a minute.
如果辩护人
What if the defense counsel can prove that there were 2 gunshots?
哦，
That's the case to present the relevant evidence.
可心姐，你已
Do
经
you
知道
already know
这
how to
个
prove it? I don't think so.
时
She's bluffing. Just like a real lawyer.
过去做新闻调查的
I'm
直觉告诉
but
我
my experience with investigation tells me your speculation likely closer to the truth.
是
How can we prove that there were two
把
gunshots?
魏先生的话
Let's
反
think
过
about
来
Mr.
想
Joseph's words in
如
reverse.
果现场发
If
生
there were
过
indeed two gunshots at the scene, there should have been two bullet holes.
那为什么我
So
们
why did we
只找
only
到了
find
一个
one?
难道凶手
Could the murder have hidden the bullet hole?
以前
Absolutely.
遇到这种情况
Whenever Shannon encounters such a situation, he always likes to say one thing. All contact leaves traces. The evidence is not non-existent, but instead undiscovered. I get where the rice comes in now.
凶手
Maybe the murder did hide the bullet hole. There'd be traces left from the hiding, right?
这个东西出现在
It's either this, or it's the fish scale.
说不定凶手真的
Okay, I'm not sure what I'm supposed. I get where they're going with this. No, this isn't either. I get where they're going with this. I just don't know how to prove it. That's okay. That's what reload is for, in case I fail. Okay, let's take a look at the hint. The murder would have done something to make two bullet hole appear as one, leaving some obvious traces at the scene. Okay, so it's not any of these. The indentation?
能证明发生过两次
The evidence that can prove there were two gunshots on the carpet at the crime
玉
scene.
谈，
贝先生说
Mr. Joseph said there was only one bullet hole at the crime scene.
事实上
In fact, there are two bullet holes, one on the carpet and another on the floor underneath the
在
carpet.
两个弹孔的位
But the
置，
position of the two bullet holes are completely overlapping.
子弹穿过被害
The
人
bullet
身体
went
后
through the victim's body, the carpet, and lodged
进入
itself.
地毯下的
No,
地板中
they moved the carpet to align up the. I see. It was caused by the same gunshot.
但如果我们
But
看
what
到
if the
地
carpet we see is not in its original position?
这是书桌桌
These are indentations left by the desk legs on the carpet.
从压痕复原
Judging from the restoration of the indentations, the desk was not moved for a long time.
原本我还想不通
Originally, I couldn't understand why the desk changed its position.
现在我终于
Now I finally have an
那
answer.
就是
That's right, it's not the position of the desk that changed, but the position of the
凶手移
carpet.
动地毯
The culprit moved the carpet to align the bullet hole on the carpet with the one on the floor. This way, they can cover up the presence of another pistol. This explanation does make sense logically, but upon further consideration, it still seems strange. Indeed, the strangeness lies in
如果地毯
if the hole in the
与地
carpet
板
was
上的
not
弹
made
孔
by
是
the
同
same
一层
gun as the one on the
在
floor,
地板上
then there
应该
should
能
be
找到
another
对应
bullet
地毯
hole
的
on
另
the
一个
floor
弹
that
孔才对
corresponds to the carpet.
此外，
Additionally, there
现
should
场
be
的
two
弹
bullet
孔
heads
和
and
弹
two
壳
shells at the crime
辩
scene.
护人，
Defense counsel can explain clearly where they
贝
went.
先生提的问题很关键
Mr. Joseph's question is crucial. I must come up with the answer. All right, this is my cue to say. But I think that's where the bag of rice comes in.
其实只有一种可能性
They were taken away by
子弹
someone.
头和子弹
It
壳
is indeed likely that the bullet head and the shell were taken away by
巡捕
someone.
房已经对案
The
发
police
进
have
行
thoroughly
进
searched
行
the
数
study
次
a few times. Koshi and I have also investigated.
如果他们还在
If
现
they
场
were
的话
still at the scene, they would have definitely been discovered.
真是在
You're
自
truly
己
making stars turn in your own sky. They might take away the bullet head and shell, but can they always take away the bullet hole? The bullet hole is not on the floor.
子弹不一定
They
非要射入
couldn't.
地板
They could have shot the bullets into movable objects and up the
我
floor.
们检查过这
We've
个
inspected the entire study and didn't find anywhere that resembles the second shell.
如果子
If
弹
the
射入
bullets were shot into an object and the culprit took that object with him, they took the wrong shell.
所以
How did the culprit take away the bullet ahead of time? Did anyone notice? There are several scattered rice grains near the bullet hole on the back of the carpet.
这些米粒也和
Are
案件
these
有关
rice
吗
grains relevant to the case? How funny you should ask, Your Honor!
当然有关，
Of course they are.
那是凶手带
That is the method the culprit used to take away the bullet head.
什么意思？
What do you mean? With a few rice grains?
几粒米
A few rice grains wouldn't do much, but a bag of rice would be enough to catch the bullet
去
head.
调查现场。
Officer Lee, who examined the scene, reported that a bag of foreign rice was missing afterward.
我想，
I believe that the bag of rice was taken away by the culprit. They first placed the bag of rice under the carpet, then fired the gun.
米粒会分散，并
The rice grain disperses and absorbs the energy of a bullet, capturing the bullet head in the bag. This method sounds quite plausible. Thank you, Officer Wu!
将子弹头带走
The culprit used the bag of rice to take away the bullet head. The scattered rice under the carpet is a result of this
这
process.
就可以解释为
This
什
can
么
explain why
晚上只有
there's
一个
only
人
one bullet hole on the floor. You're welcome.
辩护人
Defense counsel, you have almost
几乎
convinced
说
me.
服我了。
Almost.
你说的方法虽然
The
很
method you
复杂
describe, although complex, can
确实
indeed explain some of the
能
evidence
解
of the
释一部
scene.
分现场情况。
I know, but we're not done. The battle's not
不
over.
过
However, even if the court accepts your claim, what difference does it make?
这个问题
A question.
我
Well, that means the gun that you think is the murder weapon is not the murder weapon.
你没
No, I've thought about it. Alfred hasn't, but I've gone that far.
Oh.
And give you some time to gather your thoughts.
好样的，阿福！
What down, Afu?
胜利的
Scale
天
of victory are
开始
beginning to tip in our favor. But my mind is now completely
现在
blank.
我的脑子里又是
Now, if there are two guns, that means the time of death could be after when Shen gets arrested. Come on, Afu! Joseph is thinking.
辩护人，
Counsel, please listen carefully.
虽然你成功
Though you have
解决了
successfully explained the issue of the bullet
我
hole,
的问题，
bullet shell hole, and fingerprints, you still haven't shaken one fundamental fact.
死被害
The
人的
bullet
那
that
颗
killed the victim came from a gun with the defendant's fingerprints on it.
价值在推定
Furthermore, only the defendant could have taken the pistol from the crime scene to the theater. As long as these two questions remain unanswered, it is impossible for anyone else to be perpetrator in this case. So, don't worry, Joseph. I think I've already figured it out, but we will see. I digress. Do you understand? I understand, but Afu's
听清楚，
Afu's so scared.
辩护人，
Do you have an answer?
时间，
The timing.
那个声音
Whose voice is it?
案件的关键是时
The
间。
key to the taste of the timing, Afu.
迄今为止的一切
Everything up until now has been carefully
各种
planned.
已经
There are hidden details that I haven't fully grasped. I didn't want to involve you
别
in
说
them.
什么牵扯，先生
If
有
you have a
事
problem, it's my
如
problem
果你
too.
想查明背
If
后
you
的
want to
真相
uncover the truth behind it all, you must remember the key to the case is timing. Exactly.
了解
If there are two
经
guns,
历很迷
you
茫
may
的时
experience
候
moments of
当你
confusion.
觉得前途
When you
万
feel
象
overwhelmed by the
无法
complexity,
解
try
释
entering your own mind palace. Oh,
我也有
mind palace? Oh, we're going there? Okay. I thought that was a unique ability of yours, Shen. It's just a way of thinking. Alright.
空间
Imagine a space, place your memories in them, and let them work together like chain gears. Alright, I know we're at the 3-hour mark, but I can't interrupt Afu as he enters his mind palace. This is important.
拍到的是沈先生举枪的瞬间，而不是放枪的瞬
Police
间。
capture Mr. Chen in the moment of taking the gun and the moment of
被
placing
告
it.
是在晚上
Bennett
8
was
点
arrested
30
at
分
8:30 and the gun was confiscated by the police.
被缴获
The
的
seized
凶
weapon
器
cannot be
不
used for
能用来
murder. The
杀人
prosecutor's detection is reasonable. If there are two guns, then
阿福，你还好吗？
yes, we're good.
可惜
Don't worry.
我已
I
经
can
能把
piece
整件
everything
事
together
串
now,
起
but there are still some uncertain
只能
details.
边回答官大
I
人
can
的问
only answer Judge Kwan's questions while thinking. Afu is using his domain expansion. You know, everyone's gotta have their own shtick.
你只管说。
Say, don't worry. Even if you say something wrong, I'll help cover for you. Thanks,
辩
Koshi.
护人，
I'll ask one last
你
time.
所主
What
张
are
的
the
是
facts that you advocate for? Judge Kwan, the key to the case is timing.
好，
被先生
Mr. Joseph repeatedly mentioned that the reason why Shen is considered the culprit is that during the presumed time of death from 8 to 8:30, only he had entered and exited the scene.
但事实上
But in fact, the autopsy determined the time of death to be between 8 to 10. The reason why it was adjusted to before 8:30 is that the weapon was confiscated at the time. This reasoning seems flawless until just now. We discover the existence of another gun. What do you think its existence changes? It changes everything in the reasoning. Because that is the true murder weapon. So please tell us why you believe the gun to be the true murder weapon. Because the gun confiscated by the police cannot be used, the culprit must have used another gun. How to explain that? We have discussed this before. The reason why the seized gun can be used for the murder but I don't know. It can't be used for the murder because Joseph insisted that Shen's pistol was taken from the foreign goods shop, but a piece of evidence proves otherwise. I know what they're trying to get at is that the bullet proves and on, let's save. I know we're going over, but this is too good of a we can't stop right here. Okay, this is the wrong answer. I know where they're getting at. I'm not sure how to prove it. It's alright. This is what save and load is for. Maybe cheating, but at least I won't die. And while this seized gun can be used for murder. How would you prove it, though? Alpha has used his domain expansion, but I don't have access to mine. Then why the seized gun can be used for murder. I'm not sure where they're going with this. I mean, I do, but I also don't. Okay, hang on. Let's take a look at the hint again. Joseph insists that Shen Chuping's pistol was taken from the foreign goods shop, but a piece of evidence proves otherwise. Kemple, I didn't remember what I've chosen. There's only so many pieces of evidence. I will eventually get it right, and then I will feel really, really stupid. But that's okay. As long as it moves the story forward. Loading, loading, loading. That's not it either. Okay. Well, everything's hypothetical unless we can prove. It's obviously not these. Died between 8 and 10. Bullet penetrated, that's also true. I can't remember which audio, which evidence I've presented. I know we presented the magazine, we presented the shell casing. Have we presented the gun? I can't remember. Yes, we have. We have now.
辩护人，你提出这个证据，可没法证明。
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, hang on. My brain cells are working overtime, but it's not going anywhere. Taken from a foreign goods shop, but a piece of evidence proves otherwise. Oh, that's not either.
讨论这张照片
Oh,
时，
when discussing this photo, Koshin once pointed out
先生被
when Shen was arrested, he was taking the gun out of the locker, not placing it. Mr. Joseph insisted Mr. Shen took the gun from the foreign goods store due to the rifling marks. Now, all the evidence indicates that the murderer used 2 guns. Mr. Joseph's rebuttal is no longer valid. The gun was used by the culprit to frame Shen. It was always there and couldn't be used for murder. Oh my god, we finally got through.
那你如何
My problem.
现场的弹
My problem. My brain cells were simply not operating strong enough. How to explain the bullet and bullet hole at the crime scene?
子弹头上的
The rifling marks on the bullet match those of the confiscated gun. It suggests that someone did indeed fire it at the floor of the crime scene.
但这件事
But this happened before Shen went to the foreign goods store. That's impossible. There's clearly blood on the bullet. The blood could have flowed into the bullet hole after the victim's death. That is true.
吴巡捕
Officer Wu, perhaps you should discuss the issue of bullet hole depth with the defense counsel.
深度的问题。
对啊，
How do you explain the depth of the bullet penetrating the
如果
floor?
凶手
The
是
culprit
那个
fired a
地
shot on
方
the floor and
开
left the bullet and bullet
那么
hole.
就不应该
And it
是
shouldn't
这
have
样
this depth. No. Don't worry, Alpha, I got you. Alpha, I got you. I know how they did it. Alpha, come on!
入境
Alpha, come on!
啥？关大人，
Judge Kwan what Officer Moon is. I know what he's saying. If the bullet hit the floor without piercing a human body, its power would be much
他在
greater.
地板上
The
留
depth
下
of the
的
bullet hole left on the floor shouldn't be what we see now. Not if they shoot it through a
富
fish.
人的所有推论
All the defense counsel's argument are based on a one core assertion. The bullet and the bullet hole were made before the defendant entered the crime scene.
但他们没有
But they didn't consider the issue of the bullet hole depth. Oh, no, don't worry! I've got this covered!
不解决这个问题。
This issue is not resolved, and the defense reasons no completely fall apart. Don't worry, Joseph! I got this! I won't let you down!
但
Of the issue of the bullet hole depth, do you have a way to explain? Absolutely! Alpha, come on!
可心姐，
Completely overlooked this question. Don't worry.
都已经走到这一步，
We've come this far, we can't give up now. Come on, Alpha!
仔细回想一
Let's
下，
think carefully together. At the crime scene, there must be something that has been overlooked. There's something that shouldn't be there!
瞳孔较浅，是不是？
It's because of this. You got this, Afu.
地窖之中
It seems that a
有一条
black
鲜
carp
红
was
的人
taken away from the
这
cellar.
个亮片
This piece of debris, the deformed scale of the green fish that was hit by the bullet.
鱼鳞
The fish scale.
难道说
Yes, Joseph.
没错。
We're on the same page now.
对着地板开
The
枪
culprit didn't shoot directly at the floor. Instead, he brought a fish from the cellar into the study and shot through it at the floor.
这鱼
Yes. Explains the fish scale. Officer Wu, the bullet hole we see now was formed after the bullet went through the fish.
深度的问题
Does the issue of the
是否
depth
存在
still exist?
那就
Then it no longer exists. Thank you, Officer Wu!
这样一来，
With this, the truth is about to be revealed. The culprit entered the scene before Shen.
他将被害人
He knocked the victim unconscious, hid him in the cellar, and took the pistol from the drawer.
然后
Then he took a fish from the cellar to the study, lifted the carpet, and shot through the
留
fish.
下子弹头
Leaving the bullet in the hole, he restored the carpet and took away the fish and the shell.
这个凶手
Why did the culprit take away the bullet shell?
沈先生
Mr. Shen is a renowned detective, and the culprit may have been wary of him.
担心他发现
Worried that he would become alerted if he found the bullet shell.
合理。
Makes sense. Please continue. I will.
手将枪
Next, the culprit hid the gun in the theater locker, waiting for the police to seal up the
确
scene.
认先生
After confirming Shen's arrest and confiscation of the pistol, the culprit acted again.
他在弹孔的
He
上
placed a
面
bag of
再盖上地毯，
rice on top of the bullet hole and then covered it with carpet.
然后将被害
Then
人
he
后
dragged the
发现
victim back to the scene and placed him on top of the bulging rice bag.
他用另一
He used another pistol of the same caliber to shoot the victim. Seeing the two holes didn't match, he moved the carpet to align it with the holes on the floor. Finally, he kicked the body a few times to further hide the issue with the bullet trajectory. So that's how it is. You're welcome, Your Honor! It's my pleasure. This is the truth of the case. Judge, our victim, Mr. Shen, is not the culprit. He is a scapegoat deliberately framed by the real murderer. Please make a verdict of not guilty. The defense counsel's viewpoint is quite insightful. I know. Hey, you, Judge Gon, are you so easily convinced by such a flawed analysis? Alright, Sergeant Singh, what have you got? Your Honor, every step of officer's analysis of the modus operandi is supported by evidence. The rice grains under the carpet and the fish scales in the bullet holes are not by coincidence. These are not coincidences, but false clues intentionally left by the defendant? In 30 minutes? The fingerprints on the bullet shell were definitely wiped off by him. Sergeant Singh, you are very suspicious right now. How dare you make such a claim? Because Mr. Shen is a smart detective, surely has strong counter-detection abilities. But then he left his fingerprints on the weapon? This was your own argument in the previous trials, don't you remember? His purpose, of course, is to collude with the two defense counsel to help him get acquitted. I object. This is an unjust accusation. Objection overruled. The evidence provided by the defense counsel does not have sufficient probative force. Judge Harmon, but there's also no evidence to support Sergeant Singh's argument. During my tenure in the international settlement, I saw many Chinese exploiting system loopholes. Well, that's awfully racist of you to say! To Judge Harmon's reminder, defense counsel, please provide more compelling evidence. What other evidence can there be? Is there anything that Mr. Shen cannot forge? Based on our reasoning, the murder entered the scene after Mr. Shen's arrest. As long as we can prove this, it will prove Mr. Shen's innocence, right? Maybe there's a witness of the scene who can tell us the answer. We go with the cat? I'm so confused. Alvin only saw witness while searching the secret room. Okay, I think we're talking about the cat. We're talking about the cat, Muto! We're talking about the cat! Witness you mentioned is Cece's pet cat. That's right. It's Mr. Ginger. Bring the cat! Absolutely. Summon Garfield to the stand! Defense counsel, why do you believe this Mr. Ginger was at the scene when the murder occurred? I heard from Cece that Mr. Ginger went missing on September 14th, the night of the crime. Summon Garfield! Yesterday, while searching the cellar of the foreign goods store, I happened to find him. What does that prove? The cellar is a sealed space. Both human and cat can only enter by the secret door in the study. After the crime, the police promptly sealed off the scene, but did not find that there was a cellar. It was not until yesterday that I accidentally opened the hidden door. So you mean Mr. Ginger has been trapped in the cellar all these days? Yes, yes. Joseph, sorry about your family's cat. Ain't no way the cat is the actual answer. Don't be silly, Brondo. The cat is always the answer. Exactly. When we investigated the scene, the secret door was closed, and we indeed didn't discover him. This means Mr. Ginger could only have entered the cellar before the police sealed off the scene. It is very likely that he entered the cellar with the murderer. So you believe that Mr. Ginger saw the murderer? Exactly. Then let's bring him in as a witness. Say less, Sergeant Singh! Maybe he will tell you. Meow, the murderer is indeed Mr. Shen. He's the one who trapped me in the cellar. Not necessarily, just that Mr. Joseph informed us of the specific time that Mr. Ginger went missing. I'm ashamed to say, these past few days Cece's grandfather took care of her. I don't know how the cat disappeared.
江先生走时的气
Well then.
那
Well, is it possible to ask CC to testify?
西西还太
CC is
小
still too young. I'm afraid she won't be able to handle such a situation.
魏先生
Mr.
拜托了
Joseph, please.
对先生来
This
说
is the last chance for Shen. Come on. CC would love to help. We found her cat after all.
那
Well, alright.
既然
Bring in the child!
片刻
Alright, take a short break and resume the trial later.
接下来
Our hopes are all on CC. I hope her testimony won't be too surprising.
本大记者
Even
也
Miss
同
Wen has moments of being at loss. Toby, you're just showing up everywhere, ain't ya?
需不需要我
Do you need my help? No. You're sus. You're red flag.
陈
What are you doing here, Toby?
哎
Isn't that Shen's briefcase?
为什么会
Why is it in your hands?
是重平
Juping asked me to deliver it to you.
先生
Shen's briefcase contained a large amount of relevant documents of the whole case as well as the machine.
你是什
When
么
did you,
时候
Mr.
做的
Shen,
事
and
情
why did he ask you to do something for him?
你忘了
Did you forget? Chuping's the younger brother of my classmate.
你可是无利不起
He always sees an opportunity for personal gain.
哎哪有
I just want to thank him for giving me the opportunity for an exclusive interview. I see. Wow.
徐先生文小姐
Mr. Hu and Miss Shen, the court trial is about to start. And since the item has been delivered, I will take my
好
leave.
好表现
Perform well. I'll be outside waiting for good news from you. Miss Court of Shanghai International Settlement.
Tim Woodman,
Mr. Tim Whitmer, we good to see the wizard.
wizard for real soon.
Yes, and you will meet more than one.
Wow.
Mr. Ginger, are you ready to help Mr. Scarecrow now?
All right.
原来这位就是江先生
Yes, that's Mr. Ginger. All right. As exciting as it is to have a cat in the courtroom, we are quite over, and we will save the rest of save the rest of this trial. Save the rest of this trial for next week. As much as I would love to have a conversation with the cat, it will have to wait. But that is it for tonight. That is it for tonight for Murders on the Yangtze River. A lot of unexpected things has happened. But we are getting closer and closer to the truth. Getting closer and closer to the truth. Here's me hoping Joseph is an Edgeworth and not a Von Karma. But we will see. We will see. Ami Mirror indeed, Brondo. Ami Mirror indeed. But yeah, that is it for tonight. I will be off tomorrow because it's Tuesday, but we'll be back on Wednesday with the demo of Tia Weird Hunter, which is supposed to be like some sort of platforming game. It's gonna work out great and make cry and throw things, but we'll see. That is it for tonight. That is it for tonight. We'll be back on Wednesday. Thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate you all. Hope you have a good time. Muto, prepare for really, really bad platforming on Wednesday. It's gonna be great. It's gonna work out fine. Have a great day or great night wherever you are. Stay chill, stay cool, stay safe, stay cool, and I will see you guys in my next stream. Good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye, 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 bye.